Welcome to The Lady Killers, a feminine rage podcast. And welcome to The Lady Killers, a feminine rage podcast. I am your host, Jennifer's Body Adams, and I've mentioned a couple of times, I love cats. I think they are very cool. They're soft and fluffy. I have 2 cats now, but before I did, a cat really hated to see me coming because I would not leave them alone. I was obsessed with them.
Elmira and Looney Tunes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's what I call
like
Mike with dogs. Like, I'm always like, dude, chill. Like, take it down a notch.
Yes. I would like fangirl over them. I'm like, oh my God, it's a cat. And I would like track them down, ignore all my friends, and just like try to pet. So anyways, I was at my friend Kara's house, and it's worse when I'm drinking and there's a cat around because I'm like, poor cat. So anyways, this cat was named Ludwig, and he was kind of an asshole. And so
of course his name is Ludwig.
I know. Did he compose a lot of like meowphonies?
Meowphonies, yes, absolutely. His 5th meowphony was a banger.
Yes. Oh God.
So
love that
one time I was there for my bachelorette party, and I was hammered and accidentally let him out, and he jumped up on the fence. And I grabbed his tail and pulled him back. Like, I saved him from getting out.
It is like Elmira from Looney Tune, from Tiny Toon.
It was bad.
Crazy because right before the podcast started, I was listening to last podcast, and they were talking about this cannibal cat, that this cat was eating other cats. And like they like had to keep having to rehoming him.
Cat.
And his name was Baby Jesus. And he ate other, and he was a cannibal cat. It was crazy. And the Catholics they eat the
they do.
the body.
That
so
is technically
he was taking it really seriously. So
yeah.
I wasn't expecting cat talk.
I know. Yeah. I promise it's gonna make sense.
I know it will. I know it will. It always does. But I just had to give
Which
that
movie
little.
did you guys watch this week?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Harlin.
Yes, I thought we were watching
Deep
Cats.
Blue Litter Box or.
So anyways, the next time I was over, I think Ludwig remembered me because I was just minding my business, walking through the kitchen, and like the fucking shark that kills Samuel L. Jackson in this movie, he jumped out of nowhere and like lunged at my neck. Yes. And so since then, I have called that was the night I got Deep Blue Seed. And
I love that.
Fun.
That's great. Were you in the middle of like a really heartfelt,
I was about to talk about the time I almost did some cannibalism after an avalanche. Yeah. You know, it's so
cannibal
funny.
Cats, cannibal Samuel L. Jackson,
cannibal sharks. There are cannibal sharks in this movie.
There are.
Yes.
We know Jen loves some cannibalism.
I do. Cannibalism, sharks, cats. I was going to say incest. I don't love
and
incest.
Samuel L. Jackson.
And Samuel L. Jackson.
A lot in the stuff we love.
He is. He's going to be in another movie that we talk about this month. That is essentially what this movie is with sharks.
Oh my God,
exactly.
he is. Yeah. I totally forgot about that. Oh my God.
And I talked to last night. I was like, you know what? I wish that movie was rated R because like there was definitely some moments that like Jurassic Park should have had some F-bombs thrown around.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
I want to be smoking a cigarette through the whole episode like him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want a full penetration sex scene.
Yes.
With Goldblum and Ellie Sadler.
Yes. Oh, man. I mean, he is the slut of that movie.
I'm sure
spoiler for a question I'm going to ask y'all when we cover Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Because
that every week. Who's the slut of this movie?
Who is
Yes.
I mean,
Thomas Jane.
No bad ideas in a brainstorm, and sometimes we stumble upon brilliance. Mm-hmm. So, keep that in mind. Who's the slut of the movie we're covering today, which is Deep Blue Sea. I'm so excited. I fucking love this movie.
We're all so
much.
excited. Oh my God.
Never been so pumped. I had the time of my life last night.
I love this movie
so much fun.
I can't even tell you
fucking ludicrous.
Sammy and I were leaving Hokum like a few weeks ago, and we saw that there was another shark movie, and we were like, Deep Blue Sea, and it's the same director.
It is Renny Harlin.
Yeah. He also did the Long Kiss Goodnight, which Baby Rachel, she loves that movie. So this one goes out to you.
There's a Halloweenies episode. Yes,
they recorded it at my apartment because she was there visiting.
Right,
yeah,
I was there.
Yes.
I wasn't there, but I was. We go see a movie.
It was
or
Christmas. We went and saw Eyes Wide Shut.
That's
what
right.
we did. Yeah. What a day that was.
While Rachel recorded.
But I was looking at his filmography and I was like, there's some really bad ones. Okay.
Yep.
But
there's some good ones too.
Some bangers really in there too. And this
I was
new
looking
shark
through
movie
it, and I was
sick.
like, "Oh my god, I think I'm like a big Renny Harlin fan."
I did too. I also felt that way.
Well, I got to talk to him for Bloody Disgusting. You can read that piece on.
Whoa!
I got to talk to him
Ever
for
heard of
this
him?
movie.
Whoa.
It's called. What is it called? It's called. Oh fuck. Deep Water. It's called Deep Water. It is good. It it was a little more tearjerk. It's nothing is as good as Deep Blue Sea, but yeah, I liked it quite a bit.
Like this was a great plot. I thought, like the airplane. I was like, I saw it. And yeah, Shelby and I looked at each other like, oh,
we were like, yes,
it's for sure.
It's good. I enjoyed it. The plane crash sequences are fucking terrifying too. And guess who I talked to with Renny Harlin, who was an absolute delight. And he was telling me about when he like used to stage audio horror dramas on his lawn as a child. And it was just, he's so cool. I like have a huge crush on him now. But Gene Simmons was there too, because Gene Simmons is the producer.
That's why you were talking about him the other day. I love that you just said I have a huge crush on him too. No one could have ever guessed.
No one would have guessed that. You should have made us guess
Simmons.
I have a crush on Renny Harlin.
Oh, okay.
Not Gene Simmons.
I was like, Jen.
I mean,
let's higher the bar a little bit. Like,
No.
I'd love a good hear me out,
We
but
want
holy
good
shit.
things for you.
No.
Renny Harlin, I get. I looked up a picture of him, and I was like, yeah.
And he was so charming too. He's like, "What's a girl like
I
you
hope he
doing
listens
working
to
for
this.
Bloody
He's like,
Disgusting?"
Jen's like, yeah, I would have fucked Renny Harlin. And he's like, oh, maybe I'll listen to the Deep Blue Sea episode.
And we're all just like, yeah, would.
Yeah, I'd smash that. I'd hit that.
with sharks in the water too.
Yeah, I don't think any man would expect to turn on a podcast in which we are talking about their movie and we're all just like, yeah, smash.
Yeah, this is like a Dear Penthouse
Unless they've
letter.
listened to an episode of our podcast before.
Exactly. We don't discriminate. I would say
we don't.
We just
many
thought
of
of
our
who's the biggest
directors.
slut for every episode.
Yeah,
that's
Yes, look, we're horny for equity.
Is all of us
okay?
an answer? Yeah, yes, exactly.
Well, as befits the movie we're talking about, we're a little off the rails tonight, and I am very excited. But who are those people that I'm talking to? Are they sharks? Have their brains been genetically mutated?
Sharks.
Shelby, say hello and tell us, what's your favorite horror movie death?
Hi, I'm Shelby. My favorite horror movie death is from. Why am I forgetting the name of it right now?
I know.
Sorry,
you got
editing
it.
Jen.
No, you're
It's from The Collector when they all get crushed in the cage.
Oh,
Never seen The Collector. What is
Ooh,
that?
I don't know why it's always stuck with me. The whole movie, not necessarily. I mean, it's not. I like the movie, but there was
It's
something
kind of like
about,
knockoff Saw, kind of.
It is.
Okay.
And I remember it was like on one of the movie channels one night.
Is the
and
head
it
a
was
mask and he's tying it in
Yes.
the back? I know what it is. Okay.
Yes, and like there was something about like I don't know if it's like it was just like the first time I'd ever thought of like being crushed to death like that, and then like with other people, and like I don't know, that one's always stuck with me. I love that one.
That one's got a lot of that, and The Collection too. I get those mixed
The Collection.
up.
Man, I
too.
gotta check these out.
There's like a bear trap death, I think, in the first one that fucked me up.
Yeah, that's why I had to look it up. I was like, which one is it? I
Do you
can't
know
remember.
which movies that were like pretty good that I did not expect to be pretty good? The escape room movies. Like they were actually.
I have not seen them.
They're fun. I went in with it with a total like this is gonna be shit, and then we watched all of them, and I was like, I love these movies.
Wow.
So
I've been
I
wanting
mean,
to do an escape room. I've never done one before.
Me neither. There's a Scooby Doo one here that I've been eyeing for a bit. So
well, I did one this Christmas, like right before Christmas or New Year's or something, with Corey and the kids, and it was really fun. Except like we did most of the work.
I did one with all of the the podcasters or all of our team, like the Gerbers and Randall and everybody at like a 13th floor. It was like a spooky Halloween haunted house one. I contributed nothing to the escape room, if I'm being honest. I brought the laughs, you know what I mean?
Hey,
I brought
that
the
is
vibe.
important. You gotta keep morale up.
I
when
really
you're trying
wanted
to
to keep
keep
everybody
comic
smiling.
relief is a very important part of the movie.
Yes, thank
like,
you. I
who do
felt
we
the same
all?
way.
Speaking of this movie, who do we remember the most? It's LL Cool J.
Exactly.
And his parrot. And
yes, Bird.
Because I read that there was a lot of back and forth whether or not to keep the parrot, and I just love that there was a like big like a Suits conversation in like a skyscraper somewhere.
Yeah,
where they're just like parrot for LL Cool J, no parrot for LL Cool J. Like someone had to concern themselves with that, and I just
do some market research.
And I'm glad that they went with the parrot. Honestly,
I am too.
I gotta be honest,
they made the right decision.
They really did. So kudos. Harlin
Did not
again.
know this shark movie needed a parrot, but it does. Well, Sammy, say hello and tell us what's your favorite horror movie death.
This is Sammy. My hat is like a shark's fin, Rothman. I just love that song so much. I let the whole credits run last night, and we listened to those lyrics, and they don't make any sense at certain points. Just
Not at all.
throwing words together. Some of them
he says
do.
that line so many times.
Last night I had like an existential crisis. I was like, but what does it mean? What does that mean? What?
Also,
and like, cause he was like, he wears a chef's hat, and I was like, I
Your
don't
hat
feel like I
doesn't
remember.
look like a shark.
I don't remember the chef's hat.
well,
Like,
that's because it was a chef's hat.
that's what Mike's theory is. I don't know, but I just think I don't know. I honestly don't.
Or maybe
listeners, do you know what it means?
What is this
Like,
hat?
Please,
And
please, somebody help
does
me.
it look like a shark's fin? Maybe it's like one of those like nerd sharks, you know, like that
Where it's
don't
like a
kill
skinny
people.
Tell me what a nerd shark is.
Nerd, okay, thank you for asking. A nerd
Yes.
shark is the kind of shark that appears in the like last 45 minutes of a Discovery Shark Week documentary that's on at like 11. You know,
kind
it's
of like dumb, like the ones that are like, you know, little Poindextery.
exactly.
Like,
This
Nerd
shark
sharks
just
are the ones that
swims
get eaten by
around.
the other sharks in this movie because
Exactly.
they're
Get
fucking nerds.
I'm
shoved
just
in the
like
shark lockers.
imagining
Yeah.
like Millhouse is like a shark. Like that's kind of what I'm picturing. Or like Uther, like as one, like all the dorky kids of The Simpsons as sharks, nerd sharks, and they have like little glasses with like tape around it. I love nerd sharks. That's really cute. I like that.
Okay, I love that this is 2 episodes in a row when we've talked about The Simpsons, and it's not me that brought it up too.
It's because I have it on a loop, and then we go from Tales from the Crypt on Shudder back to The Simpsons on Disney Plus, and it's all Danny Elfman. So it's just like dun, 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 all day, like it's from our walls. I'm sure everybody loves it that lives.
We
in
watch
our
The
unit.
Simpsons every night. I
I have it on a loop.
Aaron,
I'm on
like,
season 17 right now, and honestly, like you know what? Hot take. They're not that bad.
They're not that
like,
bad.
Everyone's kind
I
of like
know.
was little sissy babies. I don't know what the new ones, but like from
Yeah.
the mid-aughts, I'm still cracking a laugh. Okay.
Me too.
Like 'em,
So
yeah.
They're funny.
I
look at
refuse
Aaron, I'm
to-
like, it's Simpson
Still,
o'clock, bud.
yes, hell yeah. Oh,
know he
are you
watches-
watching Pop Culture Jeopardy, Jen? On Netflix?
Yeah. No, not on Netflix
Oh
yet.
my God, we
but-
watch it every night for dinner. We have our favorite team. I'm very into it. Sorry, that was such a
Okay.
side. I know
We
Jen
were-
loves Jeopardy, so I've been
I
wanting
do
to
love
ask her
Jeopardy. And that was
that.
another one we were circled because we got caught up. We were really far
It's
behind
nightly.
with
There's no
season.
commercials, so you don't have to fast forwards or anything. It's great. Colin Jost, who I don't, or Jost or whatever, I'm not a huge fan of him, but he's actually doing a really good job as a host.
I think it's actually fun. I love when there's like a Scarlett Johansson question too, and he's like,
and he's like, my
honey,
wife. Yeah,
I'm a
I'm married
white
a hot
guy.
wife.
I mean,
yeah,
I know.
know.
If I was
And
married to
she's
her,
super
I'd be
I
like,
do too.
did
I
you
would
know?
too. Totally
Yeah.
get it. But there was there was a team that went like 5 in a row, and we were like fucking like it, we were cheering for them as if it was like the Olympics in our living room. It was pathetic. Okay,
That's what
but
we
I
do
love
with regular
them. One
Jeopardy,
baddie
too.
after another. If you're listening, that team, you guys
hey,
fucking
come
ruled,
on
and
the show.
I can't wait.
Come on the
They're gonna
show.
come back because they have like the winners round later this year. So
Ooh, nice.
so be on the lookout for that.
Tournament of
Anyways, guys.
Champions. So,
Sorry
okay, well, the
for-
reason I asked this question,
my favorite death, or
That's
one
right.
of, I think as far as like classic deaths go for me, when I think of like one that really got me as a kid, it has to be the Bob scene in the original Halloween. I love PJ Souls, so I love Linda's scene when they come back in. I love the iconography of the glasses on the sheet. Like that's my go-to. If I were to like sum up a death scene in a like one scene, I feel like, because it's not too big, it's not too gory, it's not like
No, but I like
it's just
that.
it's
Yeah.
simplicity, you know.
Yeah.
Back when we didn't need all these like
It's elegant. It's an
saw
elegant death
traps,
scene,
you know. Yes,
Yeah.
even though I do like those deaths too.
well, I've thought about this a lot because I have to tell you, this is number 3, my third favorite death. I want to give my shout out, my honorable mention to Pee-wee's death in the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie.
Oh,
that's
that's
so
it's
good.
so good.
So
good.
hilarious.
I love
Okay,
that
my
movie.
second favorite is Tina in Nightmare on Elm Street. And then,
Okay,
but
that's
my
a good
favorite-
one.
it
That's a
is.
good one.
But my favorite of all time is the bus in Final Destination. I just love like drop fucking dead. Bam! It's so good.
The roller coaster one and not in the first one obviously, but I think it's Final Destination 4. Honestly, every
3 is
Final
the roller coaster, I
3.
think.
Okay, every Final Destination has like at least one really incredible death scene.
Uh-huh.
I loved the new one too. I
Hey,
was super
yeah.
into it.
I did too. And Death is a lady, so we can cover
she is.
them. So.
She's a lady. Yeah, she
whoa,
is.
Whoa.
I love that song.
And
the sharks are ladies too, guys.
That's true.
Sharks are ladies.
So thank you, Sammy. Let's talk about these lady sharks in our first category, her story.
I am so much happier now that I'm dead. Technically missing. Soon to be presumed dead. Gone. And my lazy, lying, cheating, oblivious husband will go to prison for my murder.
This is a section where we tell the story of the film. Spoilers abound, so listen at your own risk. As two hot horror movie couples make out on a moonlit catamaran, a huge shark starts ramming the boat. The couples bonk heads and fall in the water as a white teddy bear sinks to the bottom.
So fucking painful too. Like that actually looked painful.
Like, I think my favorite part is because Mike pointed this out to me last night, where he's like, I love when the wine spills over as if because it's like
blood.
And
blood,
like the shark can they can't see color. They're not going to know it's red, and they're not going to they're going to smell that like Merlot and be like, oh, this is.
But these are smart sharks.
So
I
forgot.
They're both smart enough, but
they
stupid enough to not know that it's.
Yeah, they knew what year that
little
wine
shark
was.
fins up when they're drinking their Cabernet.
We know in the first 5 seconds what this movie is going to be.
Yeah,
and it's glorious.
It's wonderful.
I also love the white teddy bear sinking to the bottom, which
so
I love that.
It's so artsy, you know.
It is. It's, I was feeling existential last night. I was like symbolizing the end of love, as
like in American Beauty when the paper,
bag
the
in the
plastic
wind.
bag.
Plastic bag.
Fun fact: this is
teddy bear
actually
from Deep
what
Blue
inspired Katy Perry to
write to that song. I knew that. I knew it was the teddy bear in this movie.
Fun fact. Thankfully, a dreamy shark wrangler named Carter saves the day with tranquilizer darts in his incredible arms. At this point, I would like to personally thank the costume designer who put Thomas Jane in a sleeveless wetsuit. That orange set of swim trunks. Well done, costume designer.
He does it for me,
I am so
guys.
sorry. There's someone knocking on my door. I am so sorry.
Is it Thomas Jane?
It might be. Oh, let me go see.
Is it a shark? Oh, no. Whoa.
Now it's me stuck in my head.
I know. Well, we'll
that
sing
song.
Deepest Bluest.
Oh, yeah. It's Deepest Bluest.
There's like a shark fin.
It's so good. I love it so much.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, though.
No, you're
fine.
good.
Well, so Shelby has survived her encounter with the land shark that just rang her doorbell. So
as I was so rudely interrupted, I was gonna say, didn't Thomas Jane's outfit look just like the Deep? From
yes,
the boys?
Yes, it does.
Yes, very deep coded.
As I was saying off mic, I just they shot this film for many hours, and being in a wetsuit for many hours just sounds hellish to me.
Yeah,
it's like they're tight, they chafe. I can't. But I mean, I
can help him with that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it did look
I'll
great.
Kiss all
he
the
looked
chafed
great.
parts.
I was. This was my first time seeing good old TJ, and man, did he leave a mark?
Me too. I know, and I have been in love ever since. And
I just love that he's a king boy too. He's just in so many king movies. I just love it.
Yeah,
guys, he just wants his kids back. Also,
he just wants his kids back.
Yeah, also igniting a billion other Losers Club jokes. Although that is not that one's not exclusive to us. So back in the city, Dr. Susan McAllister is defending her shark project, promising billionaire financier Russell L. Jackson a pill that will stop Alzheimer's disease. To make sure everything's going okay, Russell returns with her to Aquatica, a floating research center in the middle of the ocean. He's concerned about the 3 test sharks, but Susan is more worried about a lab thing they're planning the next day, in which she'll extract some shark brain stuff for science. And that's about as deep as we're going to go, because
as deep as the movie goes,
none of this shit makes sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
And then
we're not really here for the science.
No. The part where she's arguing her science and she's like, and I get this. This is a thing that does happen. And I've dealt with dementia in my own family. But where she was like, every day I had to tell my father that his wife had died, and he was so sad. I'm
You're
like,
not really supposed to do that.
Yeah,
like, you're not
right.
supposed to do that.
Yeah. You're a brain scientist. Don't you know you're not supposed? You're supposed to be like, oh, she's
You're
at
a
the
brain
store.
scientist, you bitch.
She's a brain
Get
scientist,
it
not a
together.
feeling scientist or a dad scientist.
Yeah.
So.
Or a dad scientist. Yeah.
Come on.
Look, dad scientists in the comments, let us know.
Yes.
Dad scientists in the comments, shout out. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so in the lab, the test thing goes well and everybody's excited until Susan's partner, Dr. Jim Whitlock, gets a little too close to the sleeping shark. She's not actually sleeping and bites his arm off. Also, there's a huge... I know. Also, there's a huge storm rolling in, which makes a life flight rescue really dangerous. Yeah. When Jim's gurney falls in the shark tank, the Gen 2 female shark grabs him and pulls him towards the tower, causing a massive explosion that destroys the helicopter and essentially everything else on the surface.
Like, I could cry laughing right now when I think about the
you know what?
The
That's
plotting
my second
here.
favorite death
I
in
know.
horror.
It's
I've just
so
decided.
incredible. The oxygen keeps him alive. And he's until it's his face when it hits the thing. It's so good. And
I know.
Whoever the 10 people who wrote this script, because I know it was a lot. Thank you for giving us that.
Absolutely.
And the way that I had
Skarsgård like that
forgotten,
is incredible.
it had been too long, and for some reason I didn't remember them taking so long to move away from the glass.
I was screaming at the TV multiple times during this. I've seen this movie 1,000 times, and yet I'm still
me too.
Walk away from there. Walk away from there.
There were several scenes where bolts were flying off, and they were just and it's
should we
run away?
That horrific glass shards, and you're just are
big
coming
chunk
out.
of glass that flies at them, and they just kind of look at it, and they're and that's when Samuel L. Jackson's like, "We gotta move." It's
we gotta go.
Fucking shit,
And
dude.
then you want me to believe they're brain scientists?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
They're brain scientists.
Almost Steve Daddy Skarsgård, you know. Yeah, so he gets by the shark because he survives the helicopter crash. Yes. He gets thrown into the gigantic observation window by the shark. I also just love the mechanics of the shark throwing him too. I'm
he doesn't ram him into the window. Yeah. She throws him.
I don't know if that's how sharks work.
Like a dog throwing a bone.
Yeah. So he cracks the window, floods the entire lab like we were promised in Jaws 3D, never delivered. Although
I love that movie so much.
I love Jaws 3D so much. It is so bad.
Technically, Bruce is a female shark if you are going canon on the franchise, because by Jaws 4, as you know.
That's right.
It's Brody's son that is the main character grown up and everything, and it's the shark's kid who comes back, and you'd have to be a female shark for that to happen. So
absolutely. So stay tuned, listeners,
for us to do all 4 Jawses.
Oh man, don't throw me with a good time.
I know, man.
Fucking love it, man. I can talk about sharks till the end of time. They're so cool. So from here, shit gets really fucked as the surviving scientists try to escape the sharks, who have figured out how to bust down doors. But Russell L. Jackson has a plan. He gives an inspirational speech and is about to tell them what to do when, bam, a shark jumps out of the water and eats him. It's awesome. Although it was not until this watch, and I've seen this movie a billion times. I took this VHS to college with me. So
I love that.
Tells you my dedication, you know. I did not realize until just this week that shark death deprives me of a story about cannibalism. Because he was about to tell us.
And it's a good story. It's interesting.
I know.
Because you do think he's your main character. Because he's Samuel L. Jackson, you know?
Jackson,
and at this point, he was a main, because now he does these cameos and small parts all the time. But
at the time, he just had
jaw drop.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Mike said his theater
big
audibly gasped.
Thing where it's Samuel, they killed Samuel L. Jackson?
Oh my God. Middle of his heroic speech. It was supposed to be way longer too, I guess, and they edited it down. Yeah, because it was real long.
Even though it is horror, it's cannibalism.
We all wanted to hear the story.
They set it up in the beginning. They keep mentioning that he was stuck in the Alps at some point,
and he has some secret kind of.
We're gonna hear about it.
Yeah.
No, we took it to his watery grave.
Yes, it's one of the most painful deaths in the movie. This is my joy for that story. But maybe it was stupid. So maybe they saved us.
Yeah, true that.
Not all cannibal stories are
because the rest of the movie
they can't all be Cannibal Cat.
It's just real tight script for the rest of the movie. Yeah,
absolutely.
I like you two. I've seen this movie 5 million times, Every time I watch it, though, I feel like I see something new. Like,
because it's a background of our life movie. You know, eventually when these get picked up, that's why these are certain movies like that. You frolic through the time, and those are in the background. Like that's like how I imagine them.
I will say it was real fun to write the synopsis because I was like getting to, and I was like, wait, what happens? Because it's like the background of our lives. Like, do you spend a lot of time thinking
with
about
the plot? I don't. I didn't. Honestly, last night was probably the most I ever paid attention to the plot.
Could have sworn Bird lives at the end. Like
I thought Bird lived too.
Like came
Was
Bird.
there an alternate ending on the DVD or something? Like,
I have lots to tell you guys about that.
Okay, because
so
I was
save.
like,
All right.
I swore I remember Bird. Like that was a funny thing. As he showed back up, I was like, is this a Mandela effect?
Just
like,
you wait. It doesn't have. It's not Bird
Bird's
Jason.
sister.
I don't know if the Bird was in it, but there is. There's lots to say regarding an alternate ending.
Oh,
so.
sweet.
all right.
Well, yeah.
All right. So meanwhile, Preacher, Aquatica's chef, manages to kill one of the sharks with an oven as revenge for eating his bird. Yes, really. This is something that happens in this movie that we love with our entire hearts. The sharks pick off the survivors one by one until only Susan, Preacher, and Carter are left. The three swim to the surface, and Carter realizes that the sharks have been systematically flooding the facility to lower the gates and escape into the deep blue sea.
So good. One of those title drops for like in the movie where you're just like, that's
Leonardo
the name of the
DiCaprio.
movie.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. Susan realizes that they have to kill the last remaining shark, a Gen 2 female who's the biggest and the meanest. My name might have to be Gen 2 female now.
That is honestly like that's a fucking like that goes hard for a band name.
Yes,
like if we were in a band, Gen 2 female. Oh yeah, that's it. That goes
Cue
hard.
the pyrotechnics behind me.
Yes, we'll get Gene Simmons.
We know he likes shark
Jen's
movies.
ultimate crush.
Oh my god. Oh, that's going to become pod lore now.
I know.
Can't do it. I don't have a long enough tongue.
There was a whole like backstory
that
about how I made out with Ryan Phillippe behind the Nippers Corner Theater in Nashville for a long time. It's not true, but that was my old pod lore.
I thought you were about to drop some fucking
I would have believed
diabolical lore.
You could have revealed
somebody
that to
who's
us in, like,
listening
20
knows what I'm
years.
talking about.
That is insane.
It didn't actually happen, though. I know. Yeah, he's a dreamy. Anyways, okay, so Susan realizes they have to kill the last remaining shark, a Gen 2 female who's the biggest and the meanest because, as Preacher says, it's the devil. So Susan cuts her hand and jumps in the water to draw the shark away from the gate. The plan is for Carter to shoot it with an exploding harpoon, but he jumps in the water to try to save Susan. Unfortunately, she gets eaten, so now he has to evade the shark. He ends up holding on to her dorsal fin as Preacher, who was bitten a few minutes ago, grabs the harpoon gun and shoots her. She, the shark, explodes a few seconds after breaking free of the gate. Preacher and Carter make their way to some floating debris as the next shift shows up to save them.
They come in all like, woo!
I know,
yeah.
It reminded it looks like the Club Dread party, or like from Scooby Doo Zombie, or not Zombie Island, but like the Scooby Doo Spooky Island. Like it looks like they're all coming in for a super fun spring break, and it's like. Do you not see that the whole place is
Did one of our sharks just explode?
Yes.
I don't think they're supposed to do that.
That blow when he's on the gate, the like would have like broken his neck back.
Yes. It would have. I love that.
Like,
this is after he was surfing the shark.
Yes.
Look, Thomas Jane can do a lot of things.
He can do anything. He's the shark wrangler, guys.
He is the shark wrangler. He survived the
the
mist,
shark
too.
whisperer. He did. Yes, and
those rats.
Dreamcatcher. And we all know that was a hard one to survive.
And 1922, and that voice he used.
Yeah, it's quite.
Well, he just wants his kids back.
He does. I know. He always will. He's the Punisher. He's just
He's the Punisher. Yeah,
and we love him.
And also, when the shark blows up, he had just eaten the brain scientist, female scientist. So like, I split her in half too. Like really split her up. So when she blows up, like. There are pieces of body in there too of her
pieces
like,
of brain scientist.
There's no way she's digested that quickly.
No.
So
she gets like the most brutal death. I think.
And it's like again, I have a lot to say in a later section. Yes,
Dr. Susan. Yeah. We thought she was going to be our final girl, but no.
Yeah. Well, so did everyone else.
Final sharks.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So Shelby, what is your story with Deep Blue Sea, and do you think sharks are cool?
I love sharks. My nickname everywhere, my gamer tag is Shelby Shark. If you find me on
Love that.
PlayStation, my gamer tag is Shelby Shark, and I am Shelby Shark everywhere. And I love sharks. I always have. My dad would make a joke when I was a kid. He's like, I think when you grow up, you're going to have to create your own degree to study ancient Egyptian ghost sharks because those are your three favorite things.
It's just
Yeah. And so I love
my
sharks.
Special interest.
My special interests. Yeah.
Egyptian ghost
Yeah.
sharks.
Looking back, it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, it's like when I watched Love on the Spectrum and I was like, oof, there are more
Oh my
things
God,
about me
you
here.
guys,
than
I wish people could have been in Sammy and I's like just our text chain when she started watching, and I was like, yeah, and we both had a lot of realizations about ourselves as
it was like when the Hokum editor came to our house and I managed to bring up three separate times that I have a weird affliction towards noise, and on the last part he went you might be a wee bit on the spectrum, because he was Irish, and it was just the most Mike looked at me like it was a moment. I'll say that. I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Well,
so
that's why we love horror. It teaches us things about ourselves.
Yes,
you know?
it really
does.
Exactly. We learn things. We learn things.
do.
But with this
And
movie in
special interest in
particular,
sharks, yes.
yes. With this movie in particular, I can't even remember the first time I saw it. I just have seen it so many times.
Yeah.
I think we had it on DVD, or at some point I had it on DVD because, like I said, I swear there were special features where they were like alternate endings and things. And I remember like the load screen or not the load screen, the main screen or whatever. And like I've just seen it a bunch of times, and it's just rocked every single time.
Yeah.
And I remember bringing this up to people, and people like, I'm so glad it had its like kind of resurgence where I found my people now who are like, that movie rocks, because for a long time people are like, what movie? Oh, that
movie about
this isn't like Sharknado.
Really?
Like this is like an actually like good shark movie.
Yes.
Sorry.
No.
I think, okay. Despite some of its flaws, it is not like some dumb hokey midnight B movie. Like I genuinely think it's a good movie. It has a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Exactly. And we will get to it. But every time I see people bring up Brain Doctor taking her wetsuit off, I go, there was a reason for that. It's because it's made of rubber.
Electricity.
He needed to step on it. That was actually really smart of our brain scientists to do that.
And it just helps that she looks great too.
Exactly. I'm sorry. Sorry she's hot. Sorry I'm not under wetsuit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, be jealous. I don't know.
So
but
it's like Ripley.
I saw that hot take on Twitter the other day. Like people are still talking about it, and it's
but
like
people still bring that up, and they're
you
like,
guys,
how hot
come
that
on.
bra is.
Yeah,
like,
it
look,
really is.
Is it also a vehicle for us to see a beautiful woman in her underwear?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
And why are you mad about that?
Exactly.
That's also a horror tradition.
I would rather there be a purpose for it than just getting them naked for no
She
reason.
had a reason.
Exactly. It's
So-
for science. Okay.
It's for science.
For brain
Also,
science.
I love the decoy shark that like sneaks up behind her,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
her like her little model thing, and then the other shark is like 20 times bigger.
It's big.
This is a
girl.
perfect movie. I'm going to say it.
No,
It's a
from
perfect
front to
movie.
back, it is perfect. okay?
Fantastic. Yes.
If-
Would
if-
not change a single thing
No, me
about
neither.
this. Yeah.
Maybe
no.
the parrot lives like a little.
Maybe the parrot, maybe bird.
Maybe
Or
the
like
parrot
you
lives a
see it
little bit.
fly out of the like shark's mouth at the end.
Yeah.
like
Oh my
burps
God.
and oops.
And it's
Vindication.
like
yes.
like
Yeah.
it goes like big butt because doesn't it
And
always,
we get to hear a little bit more about that Cannibal Snow story. That's
little- yes.
only two
Okay,
things
so
I would
two
change.
changes. Two
Two
changes.
changes.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
we've got
it.
some notes, but they're
Okay.
minor.
Yeah.
You know,
We could
they're
let
minor.
the director know. We know him. We have
Close
access to him.
friend
Yeah,
here.
bang him,
close
you know. Fine.
personal friend. We love him.
Well, Sammy, what's your story with Deep Blue Sea, and do you think sharks are cool?
I have been obsessed with sharks for basically my entire life. I brought Jaws to a sleepover in 3rd grade. And I was asked to not come back over to the house. And so that was like one of my
Well, you can come to
first-
my house. Fuck
Thank
that
you.
kid.
I traumatized the children. I had a lot, like I was allowed to watch whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll bring, and it's PG, so I can rent it. you know?
I blame Steven
And
Spielberg.
the scene,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? Me too. And 70s Steven Spielberg, poof. What I would do. I think he
Yeah.
is so hot, man. I talk about it all the time.
Those little
I
shorts.
think-
It's the
I
little
just
shorts.
love them. Okay, so yes, I'm wearing my Jaws 50th anniversary shirt from Universal Studios. I have my Jaws popcorn bucket that we special ordered online, movable jaw, and then I also have my limited edition Jaws
Oh my God,
sipper.
adorable.
It's from Universal Studios. He's got
like
the rope.
Cute Jaws.
Yeah, and this is the oxygen tank.
It's
and
the oxygen
yeah,
tank.
and so then
That is
I love
so
him.
cute.
He is just I love him. So yeah, when the Universal Studios did the 50th anniversary, we went. I bought almost everything on the little shelf, their little like exhibit of it, and then I took my picture with the shark. I make us do the Universal tram ride every time so I can see the animatronic shark, and it scares me every time. Like there's something, there's just
someday it's gonna get you.
Yes, again, we talked on the last episode. Animatronics, specifically ones submerged in water, really
submechanophobia.
Yes, and I get this like thrill, like when I see him, like when it comes out, like it's almost like I'm chasing the high of the scared kind of like feeling in my belly when he comes up. Like it's like it's like I understand why people bungee jump, you know, like because I'm like, oh, like that's my fear, the animatronic shark that can't touch me. Definitely like bungee jumping. Yes, I think he might be able to. I wouldn't want to see him under, like there's a little scuba diver that's out there. He comes up and down, and I always think about him.
Fear
I'm like,
for him all the time.
Yes,
I don't know why I personify him a lot. I'm like,
I
just
personify almost everything, so I get it. So yes, big shark head. We love sharks. I watch Shark Week every week or every year, every week. I wish it was
just played on repeat.
Yeah, just
live every week like it's Shark Week.
Yes, what a good motto. But this movie has, as I said, been in my life for as long as I can remember. It came out in 99, so I was born in 93. I had very few years on this earth without Deep Blue Sea in it, you know? And
you really did? Wow.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I don't want to live in a world without this movie. So I'm glad that I didn't have many years to have to live with that. Yes. It was always on USA for whatever reason. I don't know what, like, I it was weird to watch the movie last night without the USA thing in the corner. And I always come in, like, I guess I would always miss the beginning. I always came in at like when it's being lifted up and all the water kind of rushes in the shark, and like in the lab scene. That's usually where I come in. So last night was the first time I had watched the beginning in quite some time.
I had the same thought. I hadn't seen the beginning in a long time.
It just like you miss it when you log on to TV. When you turn on the TV.
Back in the day, like, kids, you would just turn on your TV and things would be playing in the middle.
And so I would see it, and it would be like, 20 minutes in. I'm like, oh, it just started. Because with commercials, like, you're really only 10 minutes in. So it was just, I never passed it when I'd see it on the USA Network. And speaking of the Universal Studios, the ending of the movie, if you've ever done the Waterworld show, doesn't it look just like that?
I had the same thought. I was going to bring that up.
Was like, did they film this at the Waterworld place?
The whole time I was like, did they film this at the Waterworld thing?
Because I have seen that show so many times. I get like, I like to get a little liquored up before I go to the Waterworld show. Okay?
I love
always
the
different
Waterworld show.
I like to look at the actors, pick which one I want to be my favorite. I'm very critical of the performance because I've seen it so many times. They put their lives on the line out there, guys.
They really do.
They're jumping on jet skis. There are flames.
Amazing.
There's sharks there.
I won't laugh. You would think, because it looks like that.
Cool.
So I totally thought this. I was like, oh my God, I can't unsee the Waterworld.
I've made so many boyfriends go with me to the Waterworld show. And they're like, what is this? Because also no one's ever seen Waterworld. And then I have to make them watch it.
I've seen it a lot.
It's a hard
my ex
sell.
was obsessed with it.
It's a hard sell.
And he knew, like, he made me watch it so many times that one year for Christmas, like, he tricked me, and there was only like one thing under the tree, and I like opened it, and it was Waterworld, because I was like, you've made me watch this movie so many and now, like, Mike will try to watch it, and I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. But I love the Waterworld show. Yes. So that's my feelings about the movie and sharks. I'm happy to be here. I'm just
very excited to hear you also thought it was Waterworld at the end, because I was
thank you for knowing what I'm talking about, because I was like, I couldn't get over it.
It's the ring of the stuff, like,
yes, and the flames. It all looks like that.
Yes.
But I have a couple of factoids, 3, in fact, that I think Jen will really enjoy. This first one. This is shot in the same Fox Studios that Titanic was filmed in. Yes. So that's, kind of 2 huge movies. Like, what a soundstage, am I right, guys?
And
there's one.
Well, we're going to cover that at some point, because we've got to get to the bottom of this door controversy.
Jen has been
I have been threatening to cover Titanic.
She has a
ship is a woman. They're women.
Oh, you know what? I will give you
girls.
that, Jen. Or I mean, Shelby. I'm all over the place today, guys. But
You
that means we could do
right
ghost ship. We could do,
fuck yes, we can.
I feel like we could do anyways. Actually, no.
The Wire because everybody in half is a lady.
But like, if we're gonna say ships are a lady, we could do like a whole ship month.
Ships are
Mike has already been on my case about like how broad we have gone. And I'm like, don't tell me what to do with the podcast.
We're a bunch of broads.
Yeah,
We're a bunch of broads.
Exactly. Yeah. I was like, why don't you get your own podcast, fucker?
Yeah, we don't tell you how to talk about Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, exactly. So
don't tell us how to talk about broads.
You can't. You're not welcome back here again. And so my next factoid was one I shared to the group chat last night, and I have to show everyone because this episode's coming right after Cujo.
Yeah.
And the Space Pod Continuum. We are recording this mere hours. It feels like since we recorded.
It really
Cujo.
does.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about Stephen King quite a bit on that. I wonder why. And
Just a bit.
Crash. And then the first piece of trivia I read when I went to go watch this movie last night after recording was that this was the first movie Stephen King saw after his nearly fatal encounter.
I could not believe that.
He stated, "My first trip after being smacked by a van and almost killed was to the movies. I went in my wheelchair and loved every minute of it." So just knowing that King,
It's because he's a man of
was
class.
near death.
He is.
And was like, I gotta get to the theater to see the shark movie. And that, like, if I didn't love him before,
I know.
We
I
really
love
lived
you
in his
so
brain
much.
for the last 2 days in such a strange way.
Yes,
We
and
lived
so
through-
I felt like that was a really weird coincidence. I
think
kept
it
wondering-
inspired Dreamcatcher, because that was the first book he wrote after the crash.
Deep Blue Sea inspired Dream because and
You
then
heard
Thomas
it
Jane
here.
is in.
Talked
And
about
then
last
Thomas
night.
Jane is in. This goes all the way to the top.
My
Oh man. 6 Degrees of Stephen King, man. Love that.
Do you know what the first movie he watched in the hospital was?
No, but I bet you do.
It's Blair Witch Project.
Wow.
He was like, it may have been too scary with all the drugs I was on.
Oh, I'm
I can
sure.
imagine.
Man. Oh, I love that. Okay, I love when he makes lists of his movies that he's watched.
too.
Like,
I
especially
know.
like the newer ones. Because I'm like, what is this old man watching these days?
And
I
when he
just
like
love
rides
it.
hard for a weird
Oh,
one, like
yes.
really likes the Last House on the Left remake.
I
Yeah.
actually
Alright.
like that one too.
I do
I
too.
saw it in theaters, so I
And
actually
there's
really
a
like that.
lady killer.
But
in
there,
it.
yes, there is, and I mean, yeah, the main girl is killer too.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
But
Yeah.
I imagine him and Tabby like taking him to the Banger,
This big shark popcorn thing.
Yes, yeah, he had one of
Yeah.
the buckets. I just love
Mhm.
that. And then as far as the shark goes, I just wanted this last little tidbit because I did think this was interesting, especially Shelby, if you are into ancient sharks. So the shark in the movie is described as
As we
40
know
feet
you are.
long and as she said that. You said you
She
like
did,
ghost sharks.
absolutely.
Yeah, like ancient ghost sharks.
I'm affirming, yes.
I'm like, I just like pulled that out. I'm like, as we know, Shelby's really
we
into
know.
ancient sharks.
Yeah.
That's her forte. So this shark is described as 45 feet long and 8,000 pounds. And that would make it more than 3 times the length and 4 times heavier than the largest shark ever recorded from like fossils and twice the
Megalodon?
size of the largest known great white shark. Yeah. And also the director toyed
Yes.
with doing the Meg before he did that. Like he wanted to do the Meg.
Dude,
And honestly, I think the
love the
movie
Meg.
probably would have
I
been
love the
better if
Meg.
he did it. I think it's super fun, but I would have like been down for his version of events.
yeah, we need some
Um,
Thomas Jane in there.
and
Meg
I have-
2, incredible too.
Meg
yeah,
too good.
fucking
Oh man, I
octopus.
did not
Meg too
know.
good.
I
Meg
did
too
not
is
know.
good. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
trench, isn't it? The trench.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Meg
there's
too- Meg
dinosaurs
too
in it.
good.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
dinosaurs.
Oh, that sounds great to me. I just love creature features,
Mm-hmm.
guys. Yeah, I just fucking love them. So that's my trivia for the day, and I have more trivia as we go on about behind the scenes stuff, but those will have to wait for their categories.
And yeah, and Jen, what's your story with
Jen,
Deep Blue
tell us.
Sea?
Give us a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I do not. I'm sure I saw this in theaters because I would have been like, shark movie. Yes, I've been obsessed with sharks forever. I love them. They're my favorite animal. I used to have the shirt that says Sharp Swimmer and it has a shark on it. I found it the other day and I should have worn it tonight, but I didn't. Maybe next
shark
time.
movie for the
next
next
shark
one.
movie.
Hey,
Next
there's
shark
no
movie.
shortage.
Here's the thing. I love sharks, but I love shark horror too. Like that
too.
shark exploitation documentary. I was like, fuck yes,
What is
give
that?
it to me. It's on Shudder right now. It's about
I'll
shark
check
movies.
that out. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And I have used that as an excuse. Like, I have pitched so many shark essay on Bloody Disgusting. I've written about deep, what is it, white
I just
death.
imagine like all of these emails like hey, just checking in about the shark article.
just checking in.
I got another shark pitch for you. Well, because I wrote a couple I've written about Shark Night because I love Shark
that
Night.
movie too.
Yeah, so good. Like, I just love it. Blue Water White Death is the one that was before Jaws, and then
what's the one with Blake Lively? Because even though I'm not a huge fan of
Shallows.
hers, I really like The Shallows.
That's a good one too.
And we can cover that too.
We can cover it. Yeah, we're gonna have a shark month.
I think we have to now.
Maybe, I think we do too.
I think maybe we screw over August. It's that because we've not known what we're gonna do for August. We should maybe do Shark Month because that's I think when Shark Week happens. Is it not?
That's July, but still,
maybe it's
summer.
Hey, we'll get to the bottom of this, listeners.
Yeah, let's figure it out. And because do you want us to do a Shark Month?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know what themes you would like us to cover.
That because we've got a lot coming, and we're really like kind of firing on all cylinders with our themes. I'm very pleased with our themes suggestions.
Yeah. That was me firing on all cylinders.
Yes. Oh, I figured it as much. Thanks for the visual, though, Jen.
You're welcome.
But I would love to know, like, do you guys, like them, or do you want to go more broad? Should we go more niche? Should we go more specific? Because I can get more specific if you want me to.
We do it weird but specific.
I can get it real fucking weird in here if you want to.
Yeah. So let us know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got a text and I was like, "Oh my god, a listener! They're responding.
They're like,
we're live." Yeah.
Could you imagine us doing this live?
Only,
oh my god!
Oh my god, it would be. Yeah. Well, I don't know. We are running a tight ship today, so I think we would nail it.
Yes.
And on that note, yes, sharks are cool. Deep Blue Sea is awesome. What sharks? What? Who are they? Let's find out in our next category. Who is she?
I just wish we could all get along like we used to in middle school. I wish that I could bake a cake made out of rainbows and smiles and we'd all eat and be happy.
She doesn't even go here.
Do you even go to this school?
All right. So we have Dr. Susan McAllister, played by Saffron Burrows. I thought she was the girl from Gladiator for many, many years.
Whatever happened to this girl? Never seen her in anything else.
I know.
Well, she was just in You. She played
that's
Love's
what Mike said.
mom. Yeah.
Checks out.
She's a hot bisexual queen, by the way.
Oh, we love to see it. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I was going to say she gets eaten by the
saying
shark.
I have a chance.
Then we also have our second gen female, which again, not Jen, but
yes. Second gen. Oh, I like that.
Second gen female.
That's a good username.
I know, yeah, Gen 2 female. Well, I mean, my Losers Club one is Gen 2 The Rage, so that
I love that one.
Yeah,
that is good.
Yeah. Okay, our victims: teddy bear, boat couples. Even though they don't die, that head bonk. Look, that's not the kind of head bonk they wanted.
They're gonna have some
night.
PTSD after this.
Yeah.
Like they're traumatized. So
yeah.
Also, maybe there are other sharks. Maybe they couldn't get back in the boat. You know, they could have
just cut away.
Maybe
Thomas
James
there. Left him there. What if you just left him there? Yeah,
he's like, I
We
got
don't
my
know.
shark.
I got the shark.
Plus, they lost their
Roll
teddy
out
bear.
Autobots.
You know,
they lost their teddy bear. There's a giant fucking hole in their pontoon boat, and I know the sides float, but you know,
they're fucked.
Like,
Plus, we're in the middle of the fucking ocean.
why were they partying?
Why are
in
you guys
the
out there
middle
like
of the
partying
ocean?
like it's like the Florida spring break coast? I just
know.
don't I would never. I need to be when I'm out on the ocean. I like to see land in some direction. I don't ever want to look out and see water from every direction.
I just got a video today on my TikTok of this woman who was kayaking in the Arctic, and there's nothing, and it's so quiet, and it was so unsettling, and everything's gray, and she's like, "There's nothing around," and she showed, and it was like, why?
No, thank you.
No.
I would die. No. Okay. So we also have Jim, Daddy Skarsgård. This movie's been in my life so long that I didn't even know to have a crush on him the first time I saw this. I didn't know he was going to, at the time, raising one of the most beautiful men in the entire world, two of the most beautiful men in the entire world. Brenda.
He's not so bad. I think he's kind of a weird, hear me out.
If you're in the mood to, he's got Willem Dafoe energy.
Yes,
you know?
totally. Yes, I like that. Just a weird little guy. He's always a weird guy.
And there was probably
an angle of him in this one where I was like, I see Alexander in his face.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew. I watched him recently in the original Insomnia, the Swedish. Swedish or Norwegian. He's hot in that.
Ooh,
maybe because he's evil.
I like the remake a lot.
Well, I haven't seen the remake, but the original is good. Okay, so Brenda, who is Tony Soprano's sister,
It's the first thing I say every time.
Exactly.
There she is.
Helicopter Unfortunates,
Mhm.
Samuel L. Jackson, Janice Higgins, the marine biologist. I don't like her that much.
No, because it's like, and I know we'll get into it, but you know what? Get off your high horse,
lay
bitch.
off.
Okay, yeah,
Exactly.
fucking chill for a second. I'm
You're
getting
also
attacked by the
down here
sharks
doing
too,
shark
you bitch.
science. I don't know why you're acting all high and mighty.
Like you were stoked on what just happened 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago.
You're
and all
just
of a sudden
pissed
you're all like,
because your boyfriend's dead.
Yeah,
right?
You can't have that Skarsgård.
Get
dick
over
anymore. Now
it.
you're mad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, to be fair, that would push me over the edge.
Oh,
too.
I know it would.
If I'd had it and lost it
well,
to a shark.
It's only going down
and she
from there.
Right in the crotch. Did you notice the shark's like right
They're
down?
brutal. They're brutal. They.
I think about
Go
her
for
death
it.
a lot when the shark like
she's so close too.
yeah.
Right?
Well, and it like
Yeah.
it gets her like between the legs too.
Yeah, it's like that snaps her. She's like,
it does.
And they're
and I thought about it. I'm sure it's just
They
because as the actress to
Scissoring.
be on that mechanical shark, that was the best way to like do it. But I was like, it's biting her vag, and I don't know if I've ever noticed that before. See, the little
New
things.
Yep.
It's a great rewatcher. I love it.
Exactly. Michael Rappaport, who I recently watched in The Traitors.
I knew
but
that was coming.
Always remember him as the cop that Phoebe dates on Friends. Who
Yes,
shoots
that's
the
me
bird.
too. Yeah,
And then
I
she breaks up
have
with
heard
him.
he's a real asshole these days.
He's a terrible person.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a rotten, terrible
Mike
person.
was like, you should go on the episode and be like, oh, I really love this character. Like, like
Who are you gonna trust?
He's like, I didn't know like most of this. I just like I know he's a dick, but I don't really know like any of the specifics, which I'm sure are horrific just based on everyone's reaction to him. But like, I was like, if I didn't know, and I had come on here and I was like, man, this Michael Rappaport. Just love him. Like,
got it going on.
He's got like, what
Like,
else is he in?
Yeah. Well, and speaking of birds, we have Bird, who also
Parrot.
dies.
Mm-hmm.
And then Susan dies, and then the sharks die. So, okay, our motive:
shark science.
Shark science.
Our
weapon is
not
also
Alzheimer's research. And it's just shark science. It's
and also,
really,
sharks do get Alzheimer's. Okay,
and they get cancer too.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so everything in this movie is inaccurate.
This movie is very pseudoscience.
Yeah,
Don't believe anything it's saying. Yeah,
and that's why I'm saying shark science, because that's what we're talking about. The power to science, sharks.
Yes.
Okay, our weapon is also shark science, and then sharks, helicopters, fire, ovens, water, and then I put jumping. And that must have been the Samuel L. Jackson thing. I think I watched this very late at night.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly.
It was after our recording. Like, we were all exhausted.
Like we were jumping at some point.
Somebody.
They're jumping.
But somebody jumped.
He does use the electric cable thing.
Electric cable and ladder.
Yeah.
Yes, guys. Yes.
Look, a lot of shit goes down in this movie. Okay?
There's a lot going on.
There's no shortage of weapons here, guys.
No.
Just take our word for it.
But here's my question. Sammy, would you survive this shark attack if you were a shark scientist here?
Not just like I wouldn't survive this shark attack. I would not survive any shark attack ever. Like, as much as I love sharks and am fascinated by them, it is like with this dichotomy of fear, that's what it is. It's fear and love at the same time. It's like, wow, it's a train wreck. I can't take my eyes away from you, but like, I shouldn't look at you, type of thing. And, so I am very wary of being in the water as much as I love to swim in the ocean. Like, I was a junior lifeguard and we had to swim like it was like a run, swim, run. And we had to swim a mile out into the Pacific Ocean. And there were people out on like the little boards, like as like, totems kind of along the way. But like I would get, and I was like 11, 12 years old, which is just crazy that I did this. I really like when I think about it, I'm like, I don't understand how I like my mom was like, yeah, sure, go swim a mile out in the water. But so I like the seaweed would rub against your legs and it's terrifying. And in the Pacific Ocean, like specifically up here, it's murky as fuck. You can't see anything. So I would just look down and I would think that like the swells of waves I would see were like the whites of eyes and stuff. I was like I was in panic the entire mile. It was one of the scariest things I think I have ever done. I honestly I think I just was like out of my body. It was like an outer body experience, but I had to do it for the team, and I had a pretty good time. I was very happy with it, but it was terrifying. So and if a shark came up, I'm dead. Like I would flop like a fish. Mike says I'm like Mr. Magoo. Like if there's not someone to like put the board down in front of me, I'm just gonna die. Like I don't mean to like weaponize my,
like learned helplessness
here. Yes. Okay. Or like, but like honest to God, I am just an accident waiting to happen. And when something does happen, I'm just like, I give up. Like there is no fight in me anymore or ever. So I think if this were to happen, I would have just sat there and let it happen. I'd be like, it is my time to go. Yeah. Like when they're like, oh, our only option is to swim up. I'd be like, actually, I have another option.
There is another option.
And it's sitting here and not moving and just kind of letting it happen. Like I can't. So no, everyone. No. And the answer for both of you should also be no, because none of us would survive this situation.
I could do a flip underwater. I could do a flip underwater. I could flip back and hold on to its dorsal fin.
And any listeners who say they could survive are lying to themselves. You could not survive this.
About this situation, Jen, in this situation, I think I
call
could.
Bullshit.
I
call bullshit on both of you.
Shut up! I think I could.
Shelby's like, I would crawl into the third oven.
Shelby's gonna arrange for this to happen, so we go out into the water and
surprise motherfuckers.
We're gonna go to the water world thing.
We'll see who survives.
Yeah. But it's spelled C, like SEA.
Yes. See? Yeah, come and see. I did it.
See, this is why I can't be a billionaire. I do weird shit like that. But okay. When they have the shark and it's like asleep or whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
And the first time, remember, it like yanks its head.
Yeah.
And Thomas Jane is like, haha, nightmares or whatever.
And petting it.
Yeah. I would be gone. I'd be like, actually, bye, everybody.
That's how we survive.
And then that would be the end of the movie for me. I'd be like, bye. I'm going to go up to the surface.
Or there's a storm coming in that's like, people need to leave. And we're like, sorry.
You simply don't lean over the sleeping shark's mouth
and then
to
she
whisper
just kind of
to it.
She just kind of like stands there like, like,
like it's like a Three Stooges sketch. Like
yeah. And then she's just like, oh, okay. And I'm like, you guys, no, this is done. We're done now.
Yeah.
That's why with annoying shark scientist lady, she was like, it's like, why are we all acting like the Pikachu surprise face meme? Like,
I know.
what?
Like, you made killer sharks with like fucking
smarter
huge ass brains with noggins the size of fucking like pumpkins, and you're like,
like no safety in place.
How could this have ever happened?
Maybe we do this on a day where we can actually have a helicopter like ready and waiting for shit to happen. Maybe
Let's call in the guy who's here to like grade everything, like this special
OSHA.
attorney.
Where is OSHA in all of this?
But like, why would they fly him in, Samuel Jackson's character, as an active like hurricane is coming? He was like, I think I'm going to make the trip this go around. It's just
exactly
it's bad
He's
decisions.
Like, remember how
left
good
and
the
right.
last one went? The one that everyone keeps reminding me about that was in the Alps that we will never know about because he
wanted to die.
Also, why are you Sam? All these deaths. Why are you standing by the edge of the tank, Samuel L. Jackson? You already know the sharks are going to attack you. Did you see what happened to Stellan Skarsgård?
Literally. Honestly, like, I think this is probably our only movie in which we can absolutely victim blame a lot of the characters here.
They're asking for it
I'm
here.
sorry, you're asking for it. It was what you were wearing, Thomas Jane.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And I like what he's wearing. So,
don't get me wrong. I'd hoot and holler,
but like, it's your fault.
Give him a little,
like, Preacher's the only one I think that like it to be like he just took a job,
Preacher.
But
I
also
love that's his name.
I know.
Preach.
But also, like, even with him, it's like, I don't know. I think I could have made it. But he was in the oven. He axes through the oven. Like
he does have his Jack Torrance moment. He does.
Yes.
Here's Preachy. And it was great. It's very reminiscent of the Velociraptor scene in Jurassic Park. I love that scene.
And you know what? I could survive because actually Sammy and Michael got me a
lighter. That's
a lighter
your
for
special
Christmas
witchy lighter
that I can whip at the oven. So yes, I'm surviving.
Okay, you know what, Shelby?
You do it on your hip.
Shelby, you can make it. You're making it.
Yes, I think Shelby would survive.
Yes.
would.
Final girl, because
Yes.
I'm the first to go. I'm not even gonna.
You know what? And usually I don't fight this hard. Usually I'm like, no, I'm dead. But for some reason, this movie, I don't know what it brings
like,
out in me that I'm like,
one.
I could do it.
Yeah,
you
like
know what? We've
and
asked
Lost,
that before
like, don't
on the
tell me
Bloody
what I can't
Disgusting
do.
podcast, where we're like, what horror movie could you survive? This is going to be my go-to now. I could survive this one.
This is an insane answer, but okay.
I can fight a shark.
I love that you are so confident in it.
I could fight a smart shark. You don't even know.
Think, like, just on
don't know
sheer
how smart I
confidence.
am. Okay.
Maybe they've been giving me special fucking stuff too. Okay,
That's how
whatever
you train
it is.
in Siberia. You inject your own brain with the shark serum.
Exactly. Especially since I'm talking to two people who have met me in person and know I'm not an imposing figure who could actually fight a shark at all.
If you can do a backflip in the water, you can survive a shark.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you just flip back. You do
LL
this.
Cool J survived being chomped in the stomach. Like,
because
from
of
the
the
side.
Lord.
But yes, I mean the Lord.
With his
of
the
course.
Lord. Okay, that's the only thing. I don't have the Lord on my side, I will say.
I don't think I ever have. I was told I was born into sin, so
well,
yeah.
We are the lady
Aren't we
killers.
all?
I would have
Yeah.
even saved the bird somehow. I would have saved the bird.
You know what's funny? I used to think that I liked sharks so much. I was like, I would let a shark eat me, like if I knew I was going to die.
No,
but
that's
then I
the
realized,
worst way to go. I think.
well, that's what I think now. And then I realized I would become shark poop too. And I was like, I don't know
and shark. Also, great whites are notorious to once they realize that you're not their regular feeding,
they just like spit you out.
They spit you out,
and
and
by,
so then you're just bleeding out. So it's like, cool, thanks. So now I'm just like, I'm missing an arm and a leg. Like,
exactly.
I'd rather, like, if you're gonna kill me, just kill me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we are going to escape we're going to follow Shelby's lead.
Yes,
we're going
she's
to
getting
follow
us
her.
out.
We're
Did
crawling
you survive
into
the shark
oven.
attack? You didn't say.
What did I survive? I think I could maybe do it.
Thank
Again,
you, Jen.
I could
You
do a
me
flip in
at
the
end.
water.
We're floating
you know?
at the end. It's me.
You guys
and
can just like take my body back. I'll be like Cedric Diggory, like,
like,
take my body back.
Sammy tried.
Take my body back, Shelby.
Yeah, I don't know. I am terrified of open water. Like we went,
Yeah,
Corey and I
same.
went snorkeling on our honeymoon, and I just remember I got out of the boat and I looked down and I couldn't see anything but just blue, and I was like,
no, I don't like that. We
no,
just
thank
watched
you.
Open Water 2 on accident because the TV was running
That's
and
the
it
one where
played.
they fall off the boat with McSteamy.
It's McSteamy's in it, and
Oh my God, I
they
haven't
fall.
seen
And
the
so is
second
the
one.
Trickster from Supernatural, which I got
Oh.
super stoked about. He's my favorite.
Love him.
Love the Trickster.
Always the best episode.
Yes, they are. That's some of my favorites. But so it's not so much like there is a shark, but it's more about the idea of like there's no ladder after they all fall out of the sailboat, and there's a baby in the boat, and they can't get back in, and it's
There's
hours
a
and
baby
hours.
in the boat?
Yes,
There's
and
a
it's
baby on the
crying,
boat.
and
I gotta
it's
watch this
it's
one.
It's honestly like
Dang.
I was kind of I got enamored by it. I watched the whole thing with ads, so that's how you know I liked it.
Yeah.
Not that it's like again, it's not a great movie. But I enjoyed it.
But
Also, I do have a correction from last night's episode. The shirts from Primate do not say monkey business. They say party animal.
Oh, okay.
So
I mean,
it's a pun. It's a play on words. Okay,
I like
but
it.
so I didn't want to get like your hopes up for that, and then you get the party animal
Okay.
shirt. But
I feel like it says monkey business in its heart. You know,
yeah,
like it
like,
implies
and-
monkey business.
and like I'm here for a good time. Like it's
monkey business in the front, party animal in the back.
in the
maybe?
back. Yes. So,
I mean,
listeners,
look,
if
we
you
gotta
guys
make
were
this
concerned
much.
about that, I know that you guys were probably like, "What? When are they going to wear?"
Well, especially
the
it's
Primate
not even
shirts?
just been a day; it's been a whole week for them.
I know.
I
I
know.
know.
Like,
For us,
they've
it's
been on
again
pins
been
and needles.
12 hours for us.
We're gonna have to be like that Ned Flanders band that always dresses up like Ned Flanders, and we'll have to wear our
And the
party animal shirts
Flanders,
for
yeah.
every single
Every
episode
single
we ever
one.
do.
I
Yeah.
just
our
wait,
Holly
at
hats.
Midsummer Scream, we're all gonna wear one. Like if you come up to our booth, we will
Uh-huh.
all be wearing a party animal shirt, and
Yeah.
I'm keeping them for us. So,
And
but
if
I know
we're
you guys are
not,
concerned.
we have to give you $5.
yes, yes.
No,
but we're gonna get a submersible.
We're
if
gonna
you
get a
will.
submersible.
Yes. Not one that's gonna
And-
blow up. If you know what I mean.
No. And we
No.
are gonna get in loser. We're going killing.
This woman will soon cut, chop, break, and burn 5 men beyond recognition. And there isn't a jury in this country that will convict her.
Okay, so let's talk about Susan, because when we first suggested this, I know that one of the sharks is a female, but we also have Susan, and she is villainized in this
talk
movie.
about Susan.
That's part of what we do. I love her.
We need to
So
talk about Susan.
here's the thing. Man, somebody was singing we don't talk about Bruno earlier.
We don't talk about Susan. No. We all just are like vocal sims that like if you bring it up, one of us will like finish it.
I know. I feel like we're slowly driving listeners insane.
It's probably like they can tell that my ADHD meds are wearing off. Like that's I'm at that point where like towards the end of the day is when I get my craziness, my weird back, if you will.
I would like to apologize to listeners for not having a deep intellectual conversation in our episode on Deep Blue Sea. So,
honestly, yeah, like this movie should have been Academy Award nominated. So,
I mean,
I think so. It's a winner in my book.
Too. It is honorary Oscar at the very least.
Yes, Sharkster. That doesn't make any sense. But anyways,
okay, presenting the Sharky instead of a Dundee.
I want a Sharky.
I want a Sharky too.
Okay, so here's the thing. Jim is just as fucking involved in the science as Susan is, but because he dies, she takes all the blame, also because of the patriarchy. So Susan says, by the end, all my father could do was ask my mother why my mother wasn't at home, and each time I told him she was dead, I had to watch him take that loss like a car wreck. 200,000 men and women develop Alzheimer's each year. What if you could end all that suffering with a single pill? And this is the one I think about a lot. You wait your whole life for a single moment, and then suddenly it's tomorrow.
Like, I wasn't expecting like a beautiful poem. Like, it is. Like, I genuinely, when I heard it last night,
it's one
I
of
was
those
like,
weird lines where it's like,
okay.
this is too beautiful for Deep Blue Sea. Like,
I know.
It reminded me of the Spy Kids 2 thing where Steve Buscemi's like, do you think God too fears in like of what he created or whatever? I just butchered that, but I brought that up last night after I heard this
God
quote.
hides in heaven because he's afraid of what he created or
whatever.
whatever.
And I was like, this is Spy Kids 2, guys. Like,
two Spy, two kitties.
I've seen them all. Okay.
Okay, you know what?
I've even seen the 3D one, guys.
We contain multitudes.
Yeah.
We can be deep and shallow at the same time.
What's her name from Haunting of Hill House? Just Hot Mom.
Oh.
Hot Mom. You guys.
Carla
Gugino. Thank you.
Carla.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Also, Stephen King.
Yes.
Friendly.
Yes.
My God.
Yeah. Carla Gugino. I said it wrong.
Yes.
Gugino. Yes.
Well, speaking of, no, that's Carla, not Carter. So Carter says, what you've done is taken God's oldest killing machine and given it will and desire. What you've done is knocked us all the way to the bottom of the goddamn food chain. And I will say, the one thing that Jaws needs is super intelligent sharks,
They did everything else, basically.
Exactly.
So,
yeah,
they're due for it.
They are. Yeah, it's like, did we know sharks needed tornadoes? No. Did we know sharks needed to be super smart and evil geniuses?
What about the ones where they go into like the French canals? Did you guys watch that one?
Under Paris?
Yeah, that one. It's good.
Yeah.
They're making a sequel to it too.
They are.
Yes.
I gotta watch it.
There's no like it could be the shittiest shark movie, but I'm like, I'm down. And that one's actually really good. So
well, and there are some really shitty shark movies. Everybody watch Sharksploitation. It's on Shudder. It's great. Okay, then Janice calls her. She says, "You stupid bitch,"
and I'm like,
bitch. Say that to your boyfriend.
I know. She can't. He's dead.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Yeah. But then she also threatens Carter. Like, she says at one point, I couldn't have done any of this without you, because she knows, because Carter is a criminal or a recovering criminal, that he's not going to question anything of what she and Jim are doing. But in the end, she does destroy her research to electrify the shark, and then she ends up sacrificing her life. So, Shelby, does Susan deserve her fate? And is this her fault? Does she deserve the blame that she gets?
Man, I hate to say it's ever someone's fault, but like, it
kind of is her fault.
It can both be her fault and like someone else's fault too, and still not deserve to be eaten by the shark.
Like, she had a noble cause. I still stand by. You really didn't have to tell your dad every day that your mom died. You literally could have been like,
51st Dates, where he reminds her every day that she had a kid and is married every day. Could you imagine waking up every day and not knowing you birthed a child?
One of those days you would kill yourself. One of those days.
Exactly. Yeah. Keep it to yourself for a day.
That subsex with like a luteal phase, you kill yourself. I don't know.
Not safe.
Right?
Really,
so
really
anyway, that's a whole other horror movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
But okay, she again, noble effort. I understand. Again, I've had dementia in my family. It's very, very difficult to deal with. It is the most heartbreaking thing to see. It is very, very difficult. However, she does go pretty hard in the paint for like, let's make sharks smart. No other ideas about it. Let's
directly like whatever this Paris Geneva Convention thing is.
Yeah, like we have these things for a reason. The Nazis, like it's
literally.
This
is the thing. It's very reminiscent of the Nazis and the shit they were doing, and like
some overlord shit.
Yeah,
and like okay, what if like in world, sure, we're supposed to believe all of her like sharks don't get cancer and all this other shit. But like what if like in world she's also wrong, like in the real world? Like what if it's like what if those guys in the boardroom were like, actually they do?
Like, they do get cancer.
They
absolutely
do. So
from
did you
the
fact
cancer.
check your research?
Yeah.
Did you fact check are you a real shark scientist or what is happening here? You're too hot.
I didn't go to 8
scientist.
years of shark science medical school to be called Mrs.
And also, so when you finally go to human trials, are the humans going to get super big, crazy brains too? And we're just going to have like mega minds running around the world? Like,
my God. I did see that there are sequels to this movie, which I will
there
admit,
are,
I've
never seen them
either.
Yeah.
I kind of don't want to know now. Perfection, though.
Yeah, I know,
I had no idea there were 3.
three.
Let's just like, okay, let's go get rid of those. We're on to the human trial. Deep Blue Sea Human Trials is the next one.
Thomas Jane could come back.
Yeah. And like, yeah, it is kind of her fault. Like, I mean, even when she's going to like save her research and stuff, like, I mean, that whole scene really didn't, once again, a vote for me surviving this shark attack. Yeah. I wouldn't have gone back for my research. I wouldn't have had to do any of that. I would have been like,
I remember it.
Yeah, like we did it before. Like, is it worth dying? Then no one will get it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So, yes, I get, yeah. To victim blame, she does deserve her fate a little bit. Like, and then, okay, she does like cut her hand open. She does the movie thing where it's like, you don't need to, hey, everybody in real life, when you,
the blood that comes out of her hand
you don't need to slice into the palm of your hand. That's the stupidest place to draw blood from. Also, she could have done something other than like slicing her hand and swimming into the water.
Couldn't she have just put her hand into the water like this?
She could have
been like,
she really could have, and just chummed it over to her while she stayed on the platform. There's a lot of things. I feel like Susan belongs on the like 1,000 Ways to Die list, where it's like, hey, I'm not like,
I love that show so much.
I do too. I've been watching a lot of Unbelievable Dan Aykroyd on the History Channel, and they do a lot of unbelievable deaths. And there's been a couple where I was like, holy fuck, like how does that happen?
1,000 Ways to Die was like number 1 on my TiVo.
But then it gave me a little bit of anxiety because I was like, oh, I can die from a spider on a banana.
There's a whole Wikipedia list of them, and I was reading them on my other shows, like a Patreon bonus one time, and like
that's fun.
Even some of the ancient ones are like, oh no.
Probably worse.
So I would say she belongs on that list. Where like the people on that list, it's like I wouldn't say they deserve it, but also like.
It's like kind of karma. And here's the thing, comparing to our conversation about Cujo.
Yes.
This is a foreseeable consequence,
Yeah,
you inject your shark's brain with super smart serum, they get super smart and they eat you, Yeah,
agreed.
Yep.
Sammy, so you think she deserves her fate? And look, again, I'm reminding all of our listeners, she's not real. Saffron Burrows is okay. She popped up on You. She's great. So,
I'm sorry.
We can blame her if we want to.
I thought this was a real film.
I mean,
real scientist.
We don't know what they're doing out there.
Yes,
based on a true story.
Yes, she deserves it. Yes.
Yeah. So okay, I see what you're throwing, Shelby, and I agree with you. And I do think obviously. Every death is a direct consequence of this unethical tampering, but I do think the goal was noble. And I don't think I consider her like a villain as in like an evil villain as much as I consider her like a scientist that was playing God for the greater good.
She got lost in the sauce.
She got super lost in the sauce. And it's not like she was throwing people to the sharks. You know what I mean? It's not like we had this slasher who was like, here, shark, eat them. Like she is trying to actively save
hand it to her.
Everybody.
She was not throwing people
she wasn't throwing any like human chum. But I do think her death makes sense because in the moment, she does blame herself for what happened, and like a sacrifice is like a way to right that wrong. You know what I mean? But okay, so here's where I will tell you, after doing some digging, I found originally that she was supposed to be the hero of the movie. And the director said in an interview that test audiences hated that ending so much. They felt like she should die because everything was her fault. So they made quick edits and reshot some footage to make her get eaten by a shark. He then cut out some earlier scenes of Burroughs to make her less sympathetic in the film, because they made her more like of the main character to make people feel for her. And it was also his idea to make LL Cool J the hero, citing that everyone liked him in test audiences and that he was
like
a,
the
quote,
most famous person
pretty
at the
cool
time.
guy. Yeah.
I'm going to say my best friend, Renny Harlin, pretty smart.
Yeah,
these are good choices.
I mean, he gets it, but the audience loved the revised ending. So there was a lot of depth of Susan's character that was cut to make you feel more impartial toward her, so her death would feel like more tragic and
interesting,
or like less tragic and more deserved. And I also found out that in 2023, Thomas Jane backed a petition to change the ending and release the original cut, and it's currently on change.org. I was like, wow, TJ, man, you're going for it.
Wow.
So there is an alternate ending in which she lives and it exists. And it's like they had to literally go back and reshoot this ending because imagine being done with your movie and then being like,
and you got to go back onto the fucking water too.
Yeah. I did notice her CG for her death was particularly
awful. Bad.
I mean, most of the CG didn't
thrown in
age
there
great, but like hers is pretty rough.
The practical stuff is awesome. Like the practical stuff looks great. The CGI I've seen worse. I will say I've seen worse.
For 1999, it's okay though, you know.
And I always thought this was, because I obviously did not go see this in theaters. No one was taking 4-year-old me to go see this. Don't know why. But I always thought, I know Mike does that every time. I'm like, oh, like where were you in 2001? He's like, oh God, like please don't say it to me. Yeah. But I do remember thinking this was a direct-to-video movie because I always saw it on TV. It kind of has that vibe. It has the vibe, but I was, assured that this was a theatrical release and there was a lot of money behind it. Like this did, and it did well.
It did well.
Too. Yeah. People like this movie. We're all right. We're on the right side of history.
We are. Yes, we are.
But I'm interested in seeing that ending. I do think like that kind of changes. It would change the entirety of what we are talking about here today. If she was our protagonist, like our main female final
I'd love to see what made her more sympathetic too, because I don't even think they made her like not sympathetic.
I think they just took away like anything from her. She's just kind of a bore.
There's like a whole speech where she's like, hey guys, I feel really bad about making the shark smart. Like,
I'm really sorry.
And it was all going to turn myself into,
actually held a gun to
I called Interpol on myself. I'm actually going to turn myself in.
Sorry.
So.
Yeah. But I mean, I love that he changed the movie to give us a lady killer though. You know? Like, that's awesome. Again, close personal friend, Renny Harlin. As I was watching this and I was thinking about how I want, because I knew I wanted to talk about Susan. I didn't quite know how to word this question. And I was thinking, if I was dealing with Alzheimer's in my family and there was a pill that could stop it, would I be mad about the fact that some people died of shark attack or that there was a super smart shark in the ocean? Would I trade that?
Ask yourself about any medication that you take, though. Like, honestly, like think of so many different medical device. Like that was another weird. I'm sure everyone in school was like, this girl is really weird. But like the Nazi experiments were a big special interest for me. And when I started learning about World War II, it was just fascinating to know that we got like all of this progressive science on frostbite and other twins and stuff like that we didn't have before and that we use still today.
Yeah.
That cost the lives of millions of people. So it's
that's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
I do feel bad about it, but it's not like I didn't do it. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm going to really beat myself. Like it's like if millions of people profited off of some of the science, like it's a messy gray area there, I guess.
Well, and here's the thing too, because like you said, like, are we gonna have humans with super brains, like
megaminds,
like that? Like I'm picturing Samuel L. Jackson in Glass or Unbreakable. Are we gonna get a whole bunch of people that take this medicine and then become evil geniuses that want to like swim in the ocean and kill people? And I think
It's like
So,
the
yeah, it's
serum
not
in the
worth
boys
it.
that makes you a superhero. Like,
Yeah, V.
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 Yeah, V.
Hem V, or sorry.
Gen V.
Yeah, Gen V, which I had to clarify is not a show about my vagina, but you know,
Darn it.
I know, so close. Yeah, that pitch, nobody responded to that pitch. Anyways,
Yeah. You guys, if you haven't
right
heard all my
there.
emails about the shark emails,
like, boy, do I have an idea
another
for
one.
you. Exactly. Well, and that's the thing, because I was thinking about that. I was like, yes, I would still want that pill, but where do you draw the line? And the reason we have that Harvard Convention thing in the movie, the reason we have the ethical guidelines is to stop the kind of shit that we're seeing now of people just kind of doing whatever they want, of like putting profit above ethics, putting profit above human life. And I think, one of my favorite movies is Cabin in the Woods. And at the end, we're asking, is one person's life worth sacrificing for the survival of the entire rest of the world? And the problem with that is it's always the same people being asked to sacrifice their lives. Like, I think of Henrietta Lacks, which I've not read that book in a long time, so I'm forgetting some of it, but like, so much of our society has been built on the expectation that people should just sacrifice themselves, for the noble good. It's kind of like adjacent to like teachers being called to, so we shouldn't have to pay them because that's what they're there for, So, yeah, it's her fault. She kind of deserves it.
This is a direct, like, if you have cause, effect, consequence, like, it's she's there at the cause.
Exactly.
But there's also a man there, too, that's not getting any of the blame.
Yep.
And it's not, like, again, like, I do think to make someone genuinely evil, like, if we're going, like, there's a difference between the mad scientist trope and the evil scientist trope.
Yes.
Like, where we see, like, she's not some Frankenstein, like Victor Frankenstein, where she's actively abusing her creation, because I do feel she loves her sharks, it seems.
I do too.
I don't get the vibe she's wants to see them suffer. So, whereas Victor Frankenstein, he hates his creation, actively treats his creation like garbage. And so I don't mind when I see him die. I'm like, cool. Like, that's what's supposed to happen to the villain. Here, it's not so much that she is a villain. She's just the person that did the thing. And, there is satisfaction in seeing the person who, did the domino effect. But
exactly.
I'm not relishing in it. Exactly.
Yes.
I'm not relishing in it.
I think, to her credit, she seems to get that. Towards the end. And,
I
the road
agree.
to hell is paved with good intentions. And we do have to talk about intent versus impact. And her impact is that, like, a super shark is going to get out and then start fucking other sharks and making baby super intelligent sharks. And then we got a shark problem, And
God,
they're
boy,
cool. Exactly. Maybe that's what the sequels are. Okay, well, we're going to deal with our shark problem and talk about these awesome sharks. They're so cool. Before we do that, let's pay some bills. Okay, so let's talk about gliding monsters. Y'all, these sharks are cannibals. Yeah. Like, I forgot about that. I could not love this movie
sharks,
more.
Yes.
Take out the nerd sharks. Yep.
Nerd sharks? Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
dorks. Shove them in some shark lockers.
Exactly.
Get smart, bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking do my homework, my shark homework.
Yeah.
And then we also have the second gen female is the biggest and the meanest. And then Carter says that's what an 8,000-pound Mako thinks about freedom, about the deep blue sea. And then Preacher says it's the devil, but I would correct him. She's the devil.
Yeah.
Pardon me, LL Cool J.
It's such a, like, because Mike pointed this out last night, and I was like, it really is. It's like a really Michael Bay moment.
Oh,
and then the
really
music is very Michael Bay at the end. Like, but it's honestly like it's the Michael Bay that I still, because I love Armageddon.
I love
I think that like there's some
Michael
of his
Bay.
movies. Yeah, sorry, I like
Look, Bad
hasn't
Boys
made a
2.
great movie in a long time,
Bad Boys
or one that I
2,
really
yes.
relish.
So good.
I've been to the hotel. It's either in the first one or the second one, but the hotel in Florida I have been to, in which that one of the movies has the hotel. Like, it's at the Biltmore. Mike was like, "This is the Bad Boys too," and I was like, "I've never seen it, but
dude."
But I do love Armageddon, and I do love I like the first Transformers too, guys.
I
Sorry.
do too.
Ambulance.
Thanks.
I loved Ambulance.
I loved Ambulance too. I really liked Ambulance.
Loved
as well.
Ambulance.
I love the
Look, Michael Bay knows what to do.
Take me
you know?
away. I loved it. Love it. Yeah. So even though he did not direct this film, it feels
he did not.
in his like
it feels spiritually like
yes.
he was.
Yes.
Yeah,
It does.
there.
Yeah.
The spirit of Michael Bay was there during the
just
writing
pervades
process.
this, yes.
Yeah.
Well, and Sammy, I was thinking about you when we talked about Cocaine Bear. Are these sharks villains?
I was thinking about a ferocious killer cocaine rattled bear, and it got me thinking about you. It's like I was watching The
Billy
Exorcist.
Loomis.
Yeah, it got me thinking of you. Okay, are the sharks villains? I mean, they are our primary antagonists, but they are driven by human arrogance, rather than this natural malice, I think. And I think they're more like of a tragic product of this unnatural gene therapy rather than traditional inherently evil villains. There's not like a Maleficent or an evil witch, And I think they're not really attacking just to feed. They're actively working together to sink the underwater research facility and escape into the ocean. So their violent actions are essentially just like a desperate go for freedom against their, it's not really a retaliation against their captors. It's that they just want to go and be able to be free sharks and out of the zoo that they live in. And then also, I thought the little factoid, this was really cool. The 3 sharks are killed in the same way and in the same order as the 3 sharks in Jaws 2, and Jaws 3. Blown up, electrocuted, and incinerated.
That's right.
So I was like, that's so cool. Yeah. So, I had to read that IMDb trivia.
But it feels completely different. Like, unless I was putting my shark fin
familiarity,
hat on,
but fresh.
Exactly. Love it. It's an homage, Shelby, what do you think? Are these sharks villains?
No, they look if someone if someone snuck the Limitless pill into your morning Cheerios, that wouldn't be your fault.
No.
Okay, so what? Now I'm evil and smart. That's not my fault. I'm just trying to live my best life to the best of my ability. I have new information now. I'm a shark and now I know things. So I know more beyond just kill, eat, swim, eat, swim, eat, swim. And now I'm
I'm a shark and I know things.
Yeah, I'm a shark and I know things. He even drinks wine at the beginning. So
he loves a Merlot. We know he loves a Merlot. His favorite movie is Sideways.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, imagine if you woke up tomorrow and you were like, wait a second, I know how to run the stock market and I know all these
how I felt when I started taking my OC my medications for all my mental illness. I was like, wait, is this
life?
Normal? Is people act
like people
and feel all the time?
And then you start thinking about all the crimes you can do now.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I'm always thinking of that.
Exactly. And then they weren't torturing. I mean, I don't know, relatively, because they were poking and prodding the sharks. I don't know.
It's a zoo. I mean, any animal wants to be. Let's free Willy, free the sharks.
How they are smart. We get the fisheye lens of the shark's POV a lot. And as you mentioned, Jen, earlier, when she's in the room and she takes off her wetsuit, the shark model comes by. They saw what was going to happen to them. They're like, they're going to cut my fucking head open and take my
put
brain.
2 and 2 together for sure.
I
wish
that
it was. I wish it was Cujo, like we said, and I wish we got the inside the mind of the shark.
Inside the mind of the shark.
Instead of man, woman, it's bitch, hot
brain
arm,
scientist,
Jurassic Park, ugly guy, hot one,
Michael Rappaport.
Yes.
Michael Rappaport. His full name.
Tony Soprano's villain
government name. Who among us, if not having so much knowledge thrust upon us without our, they didn't choose this life.
Yes,
they did
it's
not.
Like man being given fire. It's a real Prometheus story.
You can ask. Are sharks born wicked to a toddler?
Yes.
I don't know.
What do they have wickedness thrust upon them?
Yes.
We can manage to make any movie a wicked adjacent
it's true.
movie.
Yes, we can.
Oh my god, there it is.
Flash it.
That wicked. Have you said on air how that wicked magnet actually did have superpowers and killed your microphone?
It did have superpowers. It tried to fuck up my entire microphone system. So, sorry if you listened to the episode on The Boys season finale. Sorry.
So, no. They're not. I don't think they're bad. No.
Innocent.
That's the thing. Yeah, if you're going to inject my brain with evil awesomeness, then I'm going to be evil and awesome, especially if I'm a shark and I'm a big shark.
You can't be blamed for what's put into your body and makes you act a little differently.
Exactly.
You just can't.
Yeah.
And if you realize that the people who made you that way were evil and they weren't going to use this for good, would you not go murder them?
Exactly. I do kind of love that the biggest shark is a lady shark. You know, it's like this movie was made just for us.
Yeah,
you know?
It really is.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's talk about the men. Now they are hot. I love LL Cool J, super hot in this. I love him in H2O too.
And he's basically playing the same character.
He really is.
But I don't care. I don't care because I love that character so much.
I do too. Oh my God, it's so much fun. Okay, but Carter is a criminal and a shark cowboy. Preacher is a chef and a recovering alcoholic. His legacy is the perfect omelet. That moment is so stupid, but I love it.
I mean, should you add milk to an omelet?
Look, I think milk is gross, and I think people who drink milk is evil.
No soft, no bread, no soft bread, no milk.
Yeah, but I will say Corey makes the eggs in our house, and he makes them very well. So I don't know.
Some milk in there.
I don't know what's in there, but
I just eat them,
and I don't want to know. I just want to eat my own. But then Jim is Susan's lab partner and pisses in the wind. Like, here's the thing. Like, is he a genius? Maybe that's why this whole thing fell apart, because
did Einstein piss in the wind? You know,
he might have. Yeah,
that's that deleted scene from Oppenheimer.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, Cillian Murphy. But then Russell is an adventurer and kind of like sinister, but like, I don't know, he's like capitalist monster. So what do we think of these men? Part of me wants to dig into the types of masculinity we see.
I actually have them. So I kind of, luckily, like I found like a tool, like I typed in the you know, when you type in for asking for like the tropes of each character, that's what I did, and I got like a full layout. So Google showed me that the types of masculinity in the film are: 1, the rugged action hero, played by Thomas Jane. Carter represents a rugged primal form of masculinity and is the ultimate shark wrangler who relies on instinct, experience, and respect for nature. So he's like, you know, the brawn, but he's also physically capable, you know.
Eye candy.
He like, because the men are simply kind of shown to us as either fitting into like book smarts or like street smarts. I feel like he fits the street smarts. Then you've got the pragmatic everyman, which is the preacher, played by LL Cool J. He represents the working class. He's resourceful and culturally grounded masculinity, and is deeply spiritual and resilient cook who balances their survival skills with humor and unwavering faith. He also anchors the human element and ends up playing a major pragmatic role in the saving the day. So he's kind of like a comic relief a little too, but he also is like, don't underestimate me. Next time, maybe you'll estimate me.
He's Sammy in the escape room. He's keeping up morale.
Yes, I'm just exactly. Thank you. Like we need someone to do that. We like give some levity, and then you have the ego maniacal. I think that's how you say that, guys. Okay, thanks. Something about it just made me go like, I don't know.
I go, mannequin.
Yeah, that's what my brain wants to do. That's I hate it.
Same.
But the executive, played by Samuel L. Jackson, he embodies the highly visible, wealthy corporate masculinity that is abruptly humbled. As the action hero trope, showing that financial power and eloquent speeches do not protect against enhanced apex predators. Yeah. And then the last one is our arrogant intellectual, played by Stellan Skarsgård. It didn't give me one for what's his name, so I guess he just doesn't matter.
We're fine.
He was just a guy.
I think that's fine. Just a guy. Yeah. He was just playing like the guy, like a guy in the Midwest who wears shorts in the winter.
Do you know what I mean? Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Big shorts.
He'd be wearing a red shirt. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You guys know what I'm saying.
I think he knows more than you at Home Depot.
Love to be seen. Yes. So the arrogant intellectual, our Stellan Skarsgård character, represents an elitist and hubristic type of masculinity. His ambition and willingness to bend the rules of science act as the catalyst for the entire disaster. So he's in the, the brain section, but it's
like it really the little piece that like really solidifies that is him whipping out a cigarette in the science lab while
immediately.
They're doing shark science.
Yes, for sure. Like
that's contaminating your sharks.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, but I do ultimately feel
sharks.
Like yes, sorry. Secondhand lions, secondhand sharks, the sequel. But I feel like the audience is ultimately positioned to sort of root for the men who possess practical skills over the educated, power-driven men. Yeah. And I think those are the ones who are largely responsible for the shark attack. So that's why where we're rooting for them. And the men who survive do so because they don't conquer nature, but because they learn to respect it.
Exactly.
Yes, work as a team. I also think it's noteworthy that neither of the two seemingly most heroic characters, played by Samuel L. Jackson and Thomas Jane, kill any of the sharks. So there's only one guy that kills the sharks, it's LL Cool J, and our brain scientist kills the other.
Yeah. So. And he kind of becomes a damsel in distress towards the end,
yes,
too.
Exactly. You know? Saved by another man. So we love to see it. Yeah.
I like how this film kind of plays with masculinity. It's not super deep, but it's giving us a lot, you know, because yes, they do end up saving the day, but they're not really what the story is about either.
Yes,
the story is about Susan and her lady
and the sharks.
Yes. You know? Yeah, it's great.
That was as it was intended.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Shelby, which one of these guys is your favorite? And which one do you think would survive with you?
Because we know I'm going to survibe. I'm glad we've all
I know.
Shelby's
going to say
that's been established.
Thank you for playing with me in this space.
I was like, I will not die.
I take back everything I said.
I think it's like a toss up between like Carter and Preacher, which are our two, you know, final girls at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I did like both of them. Preacher was just really funny. I don't know how much we'd get along because he was pretty preachy, but like,
I would be like,
I can't.
Let's back the scripture up.
It's not so much that it's God and Eve devil. It's science, guys. Like,
yes.
It was a bad decision made.
And it reminds me of that moment in Scream 2 where the director is like making Sydney say, I'm a fighter over and over again. Like I'm not going to pray with you as we're about to like explode.
I hate
up
that
scene.
Yes. It's like,
well, and he was like, he used like very specific like quotes from the Bible. When people start quoting the Bible, I don't know.
Look, if you
never like someone who has done that to me is all I will say. Sorry. I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
It feels preachy. And look, if we've got listeners who like to quote the Bible, do your thing. Just, you know, maybe not.
Just don't do it to me.
You know, don't do it to me.
And if I just survived like a shark attack to this caliber, I'd just be like, if you could just shut the fuck up for a second.
Look, I'm trying to concentrate. Okay?
I'm not going to buy a Bible. Okay.
You concentrate on your omelets. No, I think, but I do really like him and I like his character. And I think Carter as well. Like, I just feel like Carter, I don't know. I like that he is very respectful of nature. And I like that I could not stop thinking about the deep while I watched this. This is the first time. I think this is the first time I've watched this since like The Boys have been on. Which means it's been a while for me too.
Yeah. He's got like himbo energy too.
Yes, he really does.
Because he's not too brawny. Like, it's that like kind of like,
like his muscles are from picking a little
stuff up. Not
from the
like
gym.
He's cut, you know he's got like one of those like really good lines
the
down
cum gutters.
Yeah.
Oh,
which I learned from Beverly Hills Real Housewives.
I'm speechless for a second.
You really
I cannot wait to use that in my vernacular going forward as a person.
I mean, you're welcome.
God. Yes.
Thank you, Andy Cohen and Erica Jane.
The scientific term for those.
Cum gutters, yes.
Just those two words, I just could never, I'm sorry, I just didn't know were ever going to come out of your mouth.
It's the magic of linguistics, you know?
Yeah. It's beautiful.
That one was a doozy.
The English language is so beautiful sometimes, right?
It really is.
It really is.
Wow.
It's real good. You know what else is good? Our next category, good for her.
Claiming she could take it no more, the young mother released the emergency brake, allowing her car to roll backwards into the nearby lake. Good for her.
All right, y'all. Animals are attacking.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask this question every time. What do the sharks represent and what message is Deep Blue Sea sending? Sammy, I know it's a deep one.
It really is.
What do you think?
It's deep. It's blue. I think its
hat is like a shark's fin.
Yes.
It's like a shark. Okay, so we haven't figured that out. So it is really deep, and we haven't quite figured all of that
Honestly, like, that it's basically the lyrics are like a haiku, you know.
They
are. Like, they're so poetic.
Profound.
I can't wait to it's also not streaming on Spotify. Mike and I went to go listen to it after. It's not on Apple Music. They've taken this song and honestly I want to talk to the CEO of Spotify.
That's really
I can get we're on Spotify, okay? So I would love our comments to be flooded with petitions to get that song on Spotify. And if you can tag the CEO with the powers that be, because we all deserve to listen to
Russell
that song
L.
whenever we want
Spotify.
to. Yes.
That's his name.
Whoever changed the new icon too, like, I don't like it. I don't like it. That's besides the point. Anyways, I do think the sharks are kind of, the message and the representation is trying to tell us what any mad scientist narrative, hopes to showcase, that there are terrifying consequences to mankind's disregard for natural order. And I do think, as we said earlier, it's a cautionary message. It's a tale to warn, essentially. Not that I really will think that I will find myself in a situation like this ever, but should I I know what to do because I've seen Deep Blue Sea. So
Exactly.
at least there's that. But I do think that, it's just trying, like when humans play God by altering nature for profit or for ambition, nature's inevitably going to fight back, and it's going to outsmart the creators. And it's, life finds a way, which we will be talking about here in a few weeks. And I think, to me, the sharks are just a representation of the raw, uncontainable power of Mother Nature. And boy, is she a bitch sometimes, but we love her.
She sure is. Yeah, I think the message for me is leave sharks alone.
Leave sharks alone, which is what the author of Jaws, the novel, wanted everyone to know after he wrote it.
Yeah, Peter Benchley is very
but
he was.
Instead, we almost got rid of the great shark population. We
did.
Killing. We did not take the message.
Did. We got in boats and went killing, and
I
not
do love
in a fun
that,
podcast way.
You can also wear it as a necklace. So it's
that's fun.
In case you need your shark sipper on the go,
Yeah. By the way, you guys, I just found context for the shark fin line.
Let's see it.
Okay, so this is from Reddit. So take this with a grain of salt, everyone.
Guys. Okay.
Breaking news.
Producer Ben is often confused by the chorus of, this is from, I think it's a podcast, of the Deepest Bluest Shark's Fin by LL Cool J. I was too for a time until I heard his 1987 track, I'm Bad, where he raps, MCs can't win, I make 'em rust like tin, they call me Jaws, my hat is like a shark's fin. In the 80s, LL was known for his trademark Kangol bucket hat.
Yes.
So what he's saying, other rappers seeing his hat is akin to the fear that hits you when seeing the fin of a shark in the water. Now, I'm Bad was a pretty big hit in the hip hop world. So when it comes time to make a big single for the soundtrack to a goddamn shark movie, LL's thinking, I gotta reference that killer line. But number one, he had stopped wearing the Kangol hat by then. And number two, he really overestimated how familiar people were with that line. So absolutely
I don't know the
an
song.
odd lyric choice, but the context kind of helps you see where LL Cool J was coming from.
All right, so we've gotten to the bottom of this shark science.
Myth
Thank
busted.
You. Exactly, yeah.
Thank you, Shelby.
Podcast science. We did it.
Podcast science. We did it.
Podcast
yes,
science.
Shelby has injected some super smart serum into her brain and cracked that mystery. Okay, well, Shelby, what do these sharks represent, and what message is the film sending?
They represent hubris. And
yes.
I just think that's what it is. I think it's a lot of and especially we really see, and I was thinking about Preacher's lines and how the man who is a man of God survives over these scientists. And I feel like this movie might have hit really well in Christian households because I'm not saying all Christians are anti-science, but there is a good subsect. I don't know if you guys have ever checked out at least videos of the Evolution Museum.
I've watched lots of that. It's insane. Yeah, the Jesus show is crazy.
These scientists were trying to play God, and you can't do that. And if you try to, you will be smoten.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think the Bible Belt was really big fans of Deep Blue Sea. They were showing this in all of the Sunday schools.
I think
that came out.
Yeah.
And so I stab a shark with a cross. That's how you survive.
I think it's a very basic tale of shark. Science can get too big for its britches sometimes.
Yes, and too big for its wetsuit, if you will.
Yes,
too big for its wetsuit. Yes.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's what I think too. It's don't fuck with sharks, and maybe you won't get eaten by one. It's because it's also just karma.
It is.
And it's
karmic retribution.
Yeah. Karmic retribution. Yeah. I want to ask if we think this is good for her horror, but I'm going to roll that into our next question, which is in our penultimate category, Die for Me.
Look at her. I would die for her. I would kill for her. Either way, what bliss.
Okay, so we are going to share our final thoughts, decide would we die for her, and her is open-ended, and is this good for her horror? I think it's real good for me because we get 2 final boys, and they're both super fucking hot,
And
and I get to
likable.
see a lot of really fun shark shit. Plus, we're playing with masculinity, but the ladies all die. But they're also villainous, so I kinda like so it's kind of a gray area, you know? I don't know if this is, like, official good for her, but it feels real good, and it's real fun, and I'm gonna fucking die for this movie. I love this movie so much. It's been so much fun talking about it. It's so much fun to watch. Like, you could put this on any day, and I was just in the
Any
best
day.
mood today, you know?
I was ecstatic last night. My face hurt from smiling
Yes,
after I
it's
watched
just
this movie. Mike and I had so much fun. Like, I had no idea, like, 'cause I knew Mike really loved this movie, but I didn't really know the caliber to which he loved this movie. And he was saying the lines before. Like, I didn't know there was someone on earth that could quote Deep Blue Sea. Like, and I'm married to him. So
it's such a
Amazing.
good movie.
yeah.
And we got cannibalism, so I have to die for it, you know?
Yes.
I'm legally obligated to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sammy, we know Mike would die for this. Are you
Yes.
gonna die for this? And good for her horror?
I don't think it's good for her horror. I technically, we have, like you said, we have no female survivors. All the women die along with the female shark. So a movie where every woman dies just doesn't feel super good for her.
Yeah.
Good for me that I get to stare at Thomas Jane in a wetsuit for 90 minutes, but not good for her. As far as dying, I'm dead. I'm kaput. I'm so dead. I've never been so dead. My bones are just there's no more bones. All the bugs have eaten me in my casket.
You
That's
have
how
no
hard
bones
I'm
like
dying for
sharks.
this
You're
movie.
just cartilage.
Yes,
That's
I
right.
am. And I'll swim backwards for this movie too.
I was just
okay?
gonna ask if you could swim backwards.
I can, yeah. It's pretty cool. But I'm so dead, and I would die for these sharks. I honestly kind of think I would die with the actress who played Susan, because she was supposed to survive, and she got cut up by the sharks and the editing team, and
Please,
that
the
sucks.
Susan cut.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you. But yeah, I love this ludicrous movie. It never fails to make me happy. I felt like I took like a bunch of I got a serotonin rush after this,
Yeah.
and just recording this, I've been giggly butts the entire episode. So, I'm loving Animals Attack month, guys.
Me
I'm
too.
really,
No
really
idea how much
happy.
fun I would have with Animals Attack.
I
Month.
did.
Yeah.
I also feel the same way, and I hope that you listeners also feel the same way, because it's only going to get more fun, because fun
Yes.
is not a word.
That's true. It is when animals attack. We say whatever we want when there's a shark on the loose. Shelby, are you going to die for Deep Blue Sea? And is this good for her heart?
I'm with you guys. I don't think I could say if the female shark had survived, I would be like, yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
she
same.
blows up. So
Yeah.
no. But I would die for this movie. Oh my God. I would swim to the deepest depths for this movie. I love this movie so much. I love that all of us have seen this movie so many times.
I know.
So-
Yes. And like how hard we're all going for it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
because I do feel like, obviously women do love shark movies. I do think that's a thing. I don't know why. I meet a lot of girls who love
Just love sharks.
Them bitches love sharks. But like this movie isn't like one that you would expect. 3 women aging from 30 to 40 going so hard.
Like, this is a perfect movie.
Like this is, one. Like,
I would
this
die
is,
for these
it
sharks.
belongs in Letterboxd top
Universally
4s.
loved.
Yes.
Yes.
Like it is.
Put it in the Criterion collection.
I would love that. I would pull this in if I ever got to go into the closet. I would pull this out.
Me
So
too.
It would be
I
like,
do
where
love
is
that.
it? Where's
Yes,
Deep Blue Sea?
where's Deep Blue
What's
Sea?
wrong with you people?
This is cinema.
Yeah.
Cinema.
So I love
Yeah.
that we're all on the same page. Same
Me
page.
too. Yeah, we're all drowning for Deep Blue
Mhm.
Sea.
I love
And
how
on
even
that-
at the end of Cujo last night, when you were like, and next week, we were all like,
We were pumped. Yeah.
Yes, we were.
I could not wait. Like I couldn't wait to watch the movie. And usually, like sometimes, because sometimes the movies we pick are tough watches.
Yeah,
and
well,
not that I
sometimes
don't
we're
like them, but they can be heavy. And I was like, oh, this is light as a tail feather, man. I
Yep.
loved it.
Mhm.
Yep, the parrot.
And on that note, let's wrap up with what's coming next.
Unlock the next configuration. And then the last. No. I've done enough. Enough is a myth.
If you want to follow the show, you can do that on Twitter at The Lady K Pod and on Instagram at The Lady Killers Pod. You can find me at the Losers Club podcast, where we talk about Stephen King. He has not written a shark movie yet, but we've talked about Thomas Jane a lot.
What a
And
crime!
we've talked
shark movie
to Thomas
so
Jane.
bad. Yes,
Dude.
you Mike did. Yes, that's right.
And you can also, we talked about The Deep a lot. I have so many thoughts about The Deep. You can check me and Rachel talking about The Deep and The Boys out on the Girls on the Boys podcast. I'll post it all at Jen Ferratu. Sammy, where can listeners find you?
As always, you can find me at SRK Doll on Instagram, Letterboxd, and Twitter. And I did want to give a suggestion for watching. Did you guys all watch The Crash, the Netflix documentary about the girl? Okay.
I watched that the same day I watched
Obsession.
It's
such a weird one to watch with Obsession. So did I, Jen. Isn't that weird?
And I followed the original story. Like when it first happened, I followed like the crime.
It's an insane, it's an insane documentary. I highly suggest it. But it led me to this show that is on it's on Hulu, it's on Disney Plus, and I believe that it is on HBO Max, where they did a special episode on her. So it's called Mean Girl Murders, and every single episode is a different kind of like catty mean girl, like jawbreaker type of situation. And they always start with a quote from like a movie like that. And I love it. I'm on season 2 already. They're incredible. It's very like Snapped, like Oxygen,
like
type.
Deadly Women.
Yes, and it sounds like the person who does the voiceover sounds like Kristen Bell in Gossip Girl. She's like, and these girls, like their claws were out. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous, and I love it so much. So I am very thankful that the Reddit forum that I went to after I saw The Crash told me to watch her specific episode on Mean Girl Murders, and now I'm watching the rest of them, and they're great. And if you guys like Girls Who Murder, which I know you do because you're listening to this podcast.
Our podcast.
Watch that
fall
show.
asleep show too.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been napping to it. And Mike's like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "It's my nap show."
I used to tell Corey I took a snapped nap because I would always.
I love snapped nap. Yes.
Yeah.
So yes,
that's self-care.
Who knows what I'll bring to the table next week, but.
You never know.
Really
that's why you got to
to
listen.
And Shelby watched The Crash. I cannot believe you haven't watched it yet. You're my dog girl.
Dude,
I know.
It's so good.
So good.
Well, Shelby, where can we find you? And will you be watching The Crash?
I will be watching The Crash. Thank you for asking. I will be. And you can find me on Scary to Sleep every Friday. And you can find me on the Bloody Disgusting podcast every Wednesday. And you can find me, if you want to follow me on social media, on Instagram at Shelby B. Novak.
And that's it for our episode on Deep Blue Sea. This was so much fun. Thank you so much to my esteemed panel of swimmers and listeners. Thank you so much for joining us. If you liked this episode, please give us a quick rate and review on Apple Podcasts. Helps people find the pod, makes us feel good. We also need to hear from you, shark scientists. And we need your petitions to get Deepest Bluest on Spotify. We have put out a lot of calls for comments.
This is a really important thing. Yeah, I want to see them. This one better just be filled.
I know.
Yeah.
What's funny is I've been seeing, because we just got a comment on our Dream Child episode talking about Yvonne when we had a big conversation about how you say the word Yvonne. I can tell people are commenting as they're listening to, and it's so much fun.
And getting more and more each week.
So we love it. It's so much fun.
It gives me a little giggle throughout the day.
And we learn when shark scientists weigh in.
We do learn.
I know we have so many shark scientists.
We don't have the hubris of a brain scientist.
No.
We have the respect of a shark scientist. Yes.
I think we asked for dad scientists too. Yeah.
We did ask for dad scientists.
Dad scientists.
I would buy that catalog
if you know about dads. And I guess that could be
of dad scientists.
Mr.
Sexy dad scientist. I like that.
So we are going to be back next week. Another animal is attacking, and we are all synced up because we are going to be talking about periods. We're talking about turning red. This is going to be a first watch for me. I'm very excited.
You can watch it with your daughter if you want to.
Yes, I gave her the little the red panda when for a certain event.
Oh yeah. Okay,
so I'll bring it. I'll bring.
Yeah,
you
should definitely. I think she would really like it. It's Justin Gerber loves this movie, okay? And when I found that out, I was like, it was like our thing that we talked about, like, because he loved it, and I was like, it was my #1 movie that year. And you guys, I'll have lots to say on the episode. Is all I'll say.
I'm very excited. I cannot wait to watch and then talk to you ladies about it as Animal Month continues. Animals Attack Month continues, pardon me. But until then, remember, ladies and ladies, support women's rights, support women's wrongs, and remember, my hat is like a shark's fin.